Just to join the conversation, Loud call a timeout, the first of the map for them.
Yeah, just trying to ice some of this momentum. Sentinels, you spoke about it earlier, about how fired up they looked in that 100 Thieves matchup. Today, starting off a little bit more calm, but once this team gets going, their communication is so key to their success. And it gets loud, it gets intense, but they're here, they're fired up. It's a type of energy that, honestly, I haven't really seen the Sentinels team have in quite some time.
Yeah, the comm videos that they put out, this week, just a couple days ago, was really indicative of that, you're right.
They just sound hungry for a win.
Sentinels with a one-round lead. You had the ult in play for Zekin. Speak of the devil.
Yeah. 849 days. Man. And he's so good, too. I feel like he's just getting started, Doug.
Hey, but he's been this good, and he's been getting better every year. You wonder what the ceiling is for this kid.
Super impressive as Yoru.
Wait, hold on.
So after the timeout, looks like Loud is going back to their C default. This is something we've seen in the first 3 rounds.
Put it on this side.
Feed Vinny this orb here.
Yeah, definitely. They understand that Sentinels have been giving that. I wouldn't be surprised if Sen mixed things up, put a trap play there, maybe in the next couple of rounds. Deny that orb for future rounds.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye out on that. There's still a lot of utility here. The Thorns are all here. The nade did not clear what they were looking to clear, quietly crossing on the other side of the smoke. Zekin with a lot of threat on the other side here.
Oh, no way.
Do they know? It hasn't been activated. Nothing has been caught. There's no idea. Now the paranoia out. Zekin has to take a step back. DG's already backside. He's got the old pocket. He's going to continue to try to scale, and he does. Zelsa's now found. The side is theirs.
Jeez. Most of the time, Loud has gone C. It's been using utility very early on. A flurry of trades here, but it's a 2v4.
And again, I think we saw their Loud getting what they wanted and then scaling up.
Yeah, exactly.
Kalanzine was in their spawn.
Exactly. This time around, Loud, instead of blowing their utility in the actual mound area, they walk all the way on site, neck to neck with Zekin right there. And then they explode. I like the idea from Sentinels, though. Zelsis switching up that wall. They were aware that there could be some kind of C pressure, but they just weren't ready for what was behind it. That showstopper invested by DG Zine, the paranoia as well.
In my opinion, this is going to be a very, very close game.
Off the timeout, they do convert that round.
It's Loud map pick.
You made a really good point on wondering if Sentinels would be more inclined towards fighting for some of the C space at the beginning of the round. You got to think, if they hadn't gotten that space for free, they would have never been able to pull that round off. I wonder if you're right, if we're going to see Sentinels try to be a little bit more aggressive in these main positions at the beginning of the round.
And what a better weapon to do it than an operator. Yeah, there isn't a lot of utility behind this, but he's able to snag a pick and get out if he bides his time correctly.
It's just so much harder to do on a 3-map site, but you're right. I think the flash certainly helps. A belter of a shot from DG's in.
Face your fear.
Is that, and then it's going to be a bit of a speed up here.
Zelsis. I mean, as it should. They've been able to find a crack in the window, and now they're trying to kick the damn thing down.
Just getting bombed by utility.
Finishing out the warm-up you told me to do?
Yep, how is it going?
Right now.
Doing good so far. Really good for
Really good what, sorry?
10 seconds left in the round.
I'm really good for spray control thing.
Nice, nice. Just keep working on it.
Oh, a little bit of an early investment here.
Watch this game.
Kalanzine able to get 2.
As I said, I'm sure to be doing switch plays while watching it over.
Yeah.
Calling and everything. I'll be on mute most of the
Yeah,
time.
no worries.
Watching all like on mute.
Fully understand, bro.
Layers to that hold.
Right.
I'm gonna just be talking to myself probably for a little while.
Sentinels has been doing. They're like,
Right,
we've had enough.
Well, it's when I go into a swift. I'll most likely watch Forbidden.
For sure, for sure.
Invested into water to make sure nobody walks in from there.
And I'm tired. I woke up. I slept so late.
mean, Loud,
I
they've
literally
played
just
pretty
woke
though.
up.
Yeah, I think they
It's
have.
kinda crazy,
It
but-
seems to me like they had a very clear plan on how to counter. One of the things Sentinels
I
really
need to
good at,
do a
and that's
24-hour
retake. We
stream
talked
so
about
I
it a couple
can
times this cast already.
fix my sleep schedule.
If you don't let Sentinels get comfortable
You
and
just
start
training
their
the last
retake
few
attempts,
people
start to
stream?
layer utility, start to
Sorry?
flood in with it. If you
You could do a
disrupt them
training the
from
last
beginning,
few people
it's
stream
never
and then
gonna
road
work.
to a Immortal after
Exactly, and
that,
we've seen
or
them get
we'll do a
punished for
Radiant,
disrupting
I
a
don't know
little
what
bit
you're
too
going to.
early on
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
a different type of disruption. Disrupting when the actual players are running into the site.
All right, let's
Oh,
get
he
into
gets
this
flagged
game. Let's
right
see what's
there.
going on here.
So unfortunate for Zekin, but what a nice shot from DGZ.
Honestly,
Maximize
usually
on that
Sentinels is
little
pretty good on this
tiny
map,
mistake, that
but
tiny little
it's
whip.
not the old era. It's
And
not
so
the
many of these rounds have
10s.
came down to something that small.
Yeah.
When the two
John
shots,
QT era,
a
so
little bit a leg shot onto DGZ off of the satchel.
I mean the core team is still pretty much there. But
And a timeout now used for Sentinels. Trying to calm the storm that has been loud. This resurgence after their timeout. Hopefully, Kaplan can light a fire in these boys. That's his goal anyway. A super impressive attack side so far from Loud.
And you know, all that said, I do think it's worth mentioning. This is a really close map so far, right? Like
Yeah.
we're talking as if though Loud have been able to really just kind of style their way through Sentinels, and Sentinels have been on the back foot and they're kind of lost and don't really know how they want to approach this. But the truth is, metal has been tested on both sides.
Yeah, and this defensive side is so important for Sentinels because I fear that on the attacking side, this comp is just going to put even more work in. You have so much utility to take space anywhere you want, really.
We'll see how things look on the other side of this timeout. As Loud try to hang on to a one-round lead.
I don't know if anyone's seeing the stat right here. DGZ is leading the tournament.
Ooh, the way
operating
they're playing,
6
it
to
seems
his
like they're
name.
going to easily get C.
Who's in
Loud
contention
or
on Boston Motto
Loud,
with
right?
11.
I
And
saw
they got
Breach
that
hold out
defensive
his
side here where DGZ
blinds.
will
Yeah, probably
pop
Loud.
it
yeah,
out, but
and Sentinels are kind of on a shitty buy because they all have light armor.
Oh. Are they going to stick this TP?
Yeah, but there's only one on C,
C
which is
already
interesting.
clutched.
It's the
Celsius has
vice.
nowhere to go.
So they're kind of
It's him against the world
like
right now.
expecting her
Can he play off
to.
around his utility?
Oh,
He's been able to
Celsius.
isolate the first DG now dealt with.
oh, he
And there's
dodges the
plenty
paranoia.
more to come on the other side again. Celsius versus the world, and so far he
They're
stands.
kind of expecting the
Trying to swing out onto
vice
the
to
third, now
hold it
connecting,
down,
but
and
damage dealt, time
oh,
on. Vinny on the swing, and now John
that's
has
kind of
arrived.
crazy. And she
What
kind
Vice did there, that was pretty
Couple members of
decent.
Loud
yeah,
remaining.
she, like that was she did
Limited,
more than her
sure, but
job
they
in
are
my
here.
opinion. She
Spike
killed
out of
2,
reach.
like he killed 2, Celsius killed 2.
And a tough spot to try to convert.
It took them a
Conti
really
makes
long
his
time
best
to get on
attempt to
site
contribute
because of the
and fails.
wall. It even helped, the wall helped them
Leaving
get
the
a kill,
situation
right?
in the hands of Tui's.
Right.
Like the wall went up
Was
and he
once
just
a
killed the race like
youngster,
immediately. So
but it's grown so
and then
much.
the Omen came with the ult and then he
But has he
killed
grown to
the
this?
Omen from behind.
Just dodges
So-
the up down.
Right.
Finds a brief
Like
moment of
there
rest,
he
15
got his
strike
value.
down,
Like
now
he
still
kind of
left
did
at
his job. If
1v3.
Sentinels
Some
were
of
to
the work
lose
has
this
been
round,
done, but
like
it just got so
his
much
team
harder.
threw right, like so.
Sentinels once again tie us up.
Who other than Celsius to step up for his team in a moment where he was just getting swarmed by utility, swarmed by an Omen ultimate? all the
Someone
way
should have
behind
still
him
went
to
with Vice,
isolate
though.
these
For how good
1v1s
Vice did, I
and
still
give his
think.
team a
Yeah, I
chance
Or
probably-
like handle B or
to
something
get
for a
him
quick
rotated,
rotate.
make
Yeah.
a retake.
I probably agree as well.
I mean, he really did
Like
it all. He really
obviously,
set the tone.
just because he got 2, he's not gonna do that every
I mean,
round,
for a
right?
Sentinels round win right there, Doug.
They might
Getting
even
the 2 that he
identify
got
like,
was
hey,
outrageous
Vice is
enough
by
to almost
himself
get
on that site,
threes.
right? So
Ridiculous. And so
I can
once
see
again,
the
we're gonna
value
rely
on why
on
Loud would do
members
that,
on both
Yeah.
sides.
but it's also a really risky play.
So far, both timeouts.
Right.
Very well done from each.
100%, I
each team.
agree.
Sentinels winning off of their timeout.
So this is gonna be a big round
Gonna
here.
be an A-trap here for Sentinels. A lot of
Like
utility
Loud actually have a
invested
lot
back
of money
in
though.
this
Like
game.
even if they
Very
lose this
aggressive.
round, they
Dodge
get
that
full
sniper
buy
as
next round
well.
and probably the round next too.
But they've got to suspect somebody's here, right?
But here,
Surely
they're
DG
fighting for
did the
A.
damn thing.
Wow, Pancata.
Narrate falls.
They fought for A.
Are they
They're
expecting
gonna
John
clear
here? He's found
all
the
of A
tiniest
main before they
sliver
really continue.
safety
They
now.
smoke stairs here. So this
Now
guy
let's
has
get
to
the
run.
position
John
up if
Cutie
they're
has to
running
run because
from
he
that.
knows if he stays there, he's gonna die. They're gonna get ready to clear that
Open,
angle.
Everything was
And they
seen
cipher
on the
ulted, right?
side
So
of
they're gonna
Loud.
know where he is.
Cipher
So
ultimate. It's false information though.
they kind of did a
The double back call from John
a
Cutie is
fake
so
rotate, but they're
good.
reading this really well by Sentinels. Uh-oh. So
That's
Wow, this
smoke and
fade might
mirrors.
pull off rotations from A,
How much,
and it's
how much
it's
do they bite on this? 'Cause,
kind of
Conzi's
working,
making
not
a
really.
load of noise, see.
They're not falling for it, Doug. Look at the mini-map right
Oh
now.
my god, they're so
3 members
smart.
towards this A site.
They stack
It's
A.
the best chance Sentinels have being down a man.
You do have a
Oh,
Tejo,
no.
though. They're playing their utility
Forward,
right,
spotting one
maybe.
member. Not
Oh
connecting yet.
man,
Dancing
Vinny
left
played
to
this
right,
so
trying to
well.
hide, survives.
Happy feet.
Lives to fight another day.
I think
Meanwhile, Tui's
he
not
should have
nearly as
died.
fortunate. DG pushing into the smoke, and he's dropped. They've swung things back in their favor.
Oh my goodness.
This was a 5v4 that they have snatched back.
Oh my god, it's a 2v4, but 2 of them are 1
Loud
HP,
have
so
crumbled
it's still
in this
kind of
round.
even.
But the work's not done, is it? The spike's still planted.
Yeah, but those 2
They're not
extra
out of the
people
woodworks
can
yet.
still.
Conzi,
It
really
just
good.
changed a
Tells his
lot.
smoke.
Exactly, like
One
he just
down.
killed this guy with a pistol, and he was
Seconds
vice
just as
ulted.
four off, though,
Oh
off the swing.
no,
He's
if he
not
killed
able
that
to
guy,
get done
he
quickly
had it.
enough. Now Vinny left in a 1v3. Spots one.
Oh my god.
Still more work to be done. Remember, second is so.
Oh, I barely got out of it.
Yeah, he barely got out. I thought he was gonna be stunned
Another
actually.
refuse comes through
Well, I thought
again.
both of them, because
Another
one was
lead
gonna
change.
retreat and probably get barely stunned, and he barely
Vinny's
missed
had
it.
clutch
Yeah,
moments before
John Cutie
against
played that very well.
VCT,
He
but
went
this
right
time,
instead of left. If he went left,
the
he's dead.
IGL v IGL John sits him down.
That was close though.
And
They got
what
Loud
back
almost
to
won a
the
2v4.
round That looked like Loud were just in control.
I think
of
here they should have
from the
just
start.
rotated. Like they got fancy, right? They did a
Was
they tried to
dancing
do a
around that
like a
door.
fake rotation
Not
re-hit.
getting taken out. I mean, he almost gave Kaplan a heart attack, but
But I mean,
they
honestly,
turned it around. It was a phenomenal job.
well, and that's how the half has been,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't feel like either team has really been able to create any separation.
Super stressful.
Team Sentinels running a 3 defuse
Just when you
earlier.
think you
Wow.
have something figured out, another wrinkle is thrown into the ploy, and this time it's Conzi with an Ares.
Get some good damage as well.
Find you.
Second sitting at 60 HP, but with what we saw him do last round, I mean, he's a tough cookie to crack. It is going to be a B execute here from Loud. A lot of members here from the side of Sentinels. Those satchels were less than ideal, but it gets the job done. The space is gathered. Lucky no one was out in the open to pick them off.
A deep trip in an attempt at planting the spike. Vinny will be 2 away from his ult here.
3 members of Loud in that baby door. There is a Cypher trip set up here as well that can do some damage.
So they got on
Look
bait
what he's
pretty
putting ahead of the
quickly.
trip.
They're looking
gotta give some
opting
of this
looking for
space
a
up.
retake here. Vinny's just holding down C somehow
You are
by
flirting with
himself.
fire, son.
Look at this, like he's just by himself
Flash still gets a
locking down
kill.
3 people.
Now dropped.
He did his job. He did pretty well.
There's that trip that we were just
Pancada,
talking about.
yeah,
Pancada
Loud's
too,
gonna
he's
win
able
this
to drop
round.
second and narrate. Now Pancada continuing to push forward. Snaps
Wow.
onto John. Snaps onto Bang. And again.
Odd.
You saw those shots? Those were crisp.
Yeah,
We've only
honestly.
seen
What
30%
the
of his power. I
hell?
think we just saw
Literally, the
something
first shot
very
he fired, I thought he
good
was
from
using a
him. This round,
Guardian.
He stepped it up big, sitting at 9 and 7.
Yeah, it's
the top
like
of the scoreboard.
One taps only,
Closing
this
out
guy.
the half for
Jesus
his team,
Christ.
making it even 6-6.
A much more highly contested battle between these two. And you mentioned it, yeah, it's Loud's map pick, and you know we can have that conversation, but the truth of the matter is Loud have pushed, Sentinels have pushed back, neither team has folded. And that just made for a really damn good half of Valorant. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was great.
The good thing is, there's more Valorant to be had on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere, stick with us, we'll be right back.
Ooh, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone. And you'll get iPhone 16 on us. That's a value of up to $1,600, only on Verizon.
Being myself is the boldest thing I can do. My own self. Proud, strong, free.
Did you announce the server that the VCT party's up?
Yeah, I did. Oh, like ping them again.
With Honda Sensing Technologies.
Yeah, because normally there was like so much more people in here.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. It's
It didn't
probably
even notify me when you said it.
yeah. It's just because it's like Friday night too. I'm sure a lot of people are busy. Wednesday is different, you know, right?
Right.
Like I'm sure people are like out, you know, getting back home, you know, chilling out, kind of eating dinner. Right? It's 5 o'clock. Last time we did it at 12, so I think more people were free as well.
Get now.
And I'm sure more people are gonna join later because there's still another series, right?
is what
Right.
fuels you. It is a switch ready to turn on.
And probably after this, I'm gonna watch the video that you did
Now
training me
Sentinels
because
are gonna be on the
then
attacking
it will
side.
be then I can see what your thoughts
See
were
how
on me when
things
you were
play
like
out.
just watching
Again,
me.
thank you for sticking
Yeah.
with us through the break. Dre, I want to get your thoughts on this comp. We've seen it on the defense for Sentinels, but this Vice, Tejo, Breach, Yoru, well, what are you looking for? What are you expecting?
So many options available for this attacking side. I mean, you could really bait out a lot of the utility that Loud has and then just execute on a site with the infinite utility that you have.
Right.
So I'm expecting a lot of that. That's the power in the Yoru. You can TP out of a lot of this crazy stuns or tether nades that can happen. Zekin already trying to dance with fire over here towards that A-side default. And everybody else just holding.
It's interesting. John dropped his missiles right outside of B main at the very beginning of the round, and they're still looking at it. Almost convinced that there would be a swing there.
Rightfully so. I mean, 3 members were geared up towards there for the side of Loud. It's a full retake on this C site with only a cam there. Orb is gathered by John. Already putting an emphasis on that Teo ultimate. We've seen how good John can be. The Michael Bay of Teo. He's the director on this agent.
Worth noting here, too, 5 ghosts on the side of Loud.
Yeah, not a lot of utility.
I mean, they are shooters.
Yeah.
And so you go, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
This is a smart pistol round from Sentinels, denying info at
Bit of a late push here.
It does prompt a bit of a
Yep.
speed up from Loud. This is the protocol.
So they're kind of taking space here on the pistol round. They're gonna walk down.
Playing them like puppets on strings, but you're right, John's gonna get caught on the swing.
Oh, they got a kill though.
Good proactivity from
Oh, now they're
Loud
gonna get
in
3
mid.
flanked.
Yeah, the rotate's very late. Sentinels are gonna have to take space. Deep CT try to even the score.
They're planning really deep here.
Yeah, they're all corralled back here though, and there's a breach at the other end of this, Doug.
I think they're gonna want to scale into spawn and then potentially flip through.
Oh, they gotta be careful here though.
No, instead they're digging their heels in. They're choosing to stay.
They're just gonna fight.
Spamming through the smoke. Zekin looking to find another one for free, and he does.
It's bloody murder.
2 left. What can DG and Vinny do? Side by side, trying to attempt this retake. From spawn, gets the best of Zekin. Still plenty of work to be done, though. 2 classics on the other side, but light armor.
It's not planted for them.
Vinny, he's gotten it to half. He's gotten it to half. There's the swing. The flash comes through.
Wow.
And the round for Sentinels.
Celsius and
What?
Seasight, he's
They almost
glitching
retaked
again
it
and
fully.
again, Doug. It comes down to this man right here on your screen. And he stepped up to the plate like crazy.
All missiles away.
Those are those missiles you saw in the beginning, some going towards C as well, trying to thwart any type of aggression. I like the proactivity from Loud off of that A default when they kind of get denied info over there. But the way
Why
that
can't my classic
Sentinels
do that?
identified where they should be playing in that post plant, taking the fight too Loud on that flank. They understood that that breach fault line in CT, it's very strong.
A Marshall for Zekin here in the second round of the half.
Yeah. And a fast approach out A as well. Testing the waters here, getting a little bit more confidence. See what kind of utility is thrown.
It is there. He hasn't found it yet, but it is there.
Certainly, and he gets to just prod in here. Cam will be tapped maybe after some sound is made. Zekin's just messing around over here with the Marshall. Gets the orb for free. No tap of the Cam still.
Come on, man.
There it is. Caught in 4K.
Removal of the dart, though. I think for Sentinels, they haven't invested a ton on this side.
And this is something that Zelsis is so good at doing. When contact has been made on one side of the site, he goes hunting, he goes fishing.
Yo, what it do, baby?
And he just weasels his way in, Doug.
Are they going to take the bait?
But it doesn't matter, because even if he sees 3 here, he's going to call his team to go A.
No, but he whiffed
Honestly,
it.
I'm
he
like,
whiffed it. He
this is
made a
an
mess of
attack-sided
it.
map, but I think
All
Loud's
good.
gonna win this map.
You still have the numbers advantage. 4v2 on the A site.
Like their
All
comp.
you
Who do
have is
you-
the plan. And
Who do you want to
Cinema-
win?
Paranoia out. They're going to continue to
Honestly,
scale. Please
I
fall.
want to root for
delay,
Sentinels,
though.
my boys, like my
13
NA
seconds
boys,
left.
but
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God, the
Loud
nade.
is really good too.
A second attempt.
What region is Loud? I actually don't even know.
Finally
And
succeeding.
Oh, they're also in
It's
there.
gone down to a 3v3. This has already gotten way too messy. Couple of
I think the
members
whole
weak.
thing
DG
is
has
in
a
it.
sheriff.
Oh Two members in one shot. No.
Potential to steal the round away.
Sorry,
What can
I
Loud
was just
do?
looking at the sword. Loud is Brazil.
Can they turn this into magic?
I thought the whole
Does
tournament
not
was
seem
on
to
there.
be the case.
Yeah,
Look,
like,
Loud on his own.
When they say
They
NA
get
it's
Seal the deal.
South America
Sentinels get to
plus
8.
NA.
Very labored.
There's no separate league
But
for South
Sentinels,
America.
they
They're
bring it
part
back.
of NA, so.
They win the anti-eco round.
Gotcha.
Zelsis, he saw 3 members on that C site when he was going fishing. And he's so good at just finessing around these corners, finding the right timings, just slipping right past the defenses. Gives enough info for his team to get here. And it got scary for Sentinels.
Yeah, it got way closer than it should have been. You're right.
I mean, that layered utility from Loud was really good. It almost got the job done.
They're just so uncomfortable on the site.
Absolutely.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'll
Fire,
get
fire
AFK for like 5
Yeah, a
minutes.
bit of a scrappy start towards A from both sides. Indeed,
Oh
she
my
lights him
god.
up. That's 3 on the round
What
for
a
him.
takedown.
And he wanted
Oh,
more.
I beautifully clear it.
Vinny having to take a step back as he's peppered. Worse for wear, 21 HP. And Sentinels find themselves in a bit of a mess. Bang is weak.
You have 2 of the most clutch players on the Sentinels roster with 1 minute on the clock to do what they want to do. Bang. I think there may have been a shoulder scene right there from Kawazin.
A
But
tap.
this-
Yeah, the tap of the door too will confirm. Creeping forward, playing things as quietly as he can. They've got to find a way to try to get this back to equal footing. Yeah, they've gotten the spike down. But there's a flank that's going to be coming in from Pekata through the southern side of the map.
He second guesses himself.
This is taking a long time, Dre.
Yeah, they're Loud are so cautious right now. But Bang and Zelsis, they're so clutch.
Big from Celsius. He's not going to get challenged again. The spike has been ticking for a long time. They've got to accelerate here.
This 1v1 is what it comes down to right here.
That's one found. Bang's got to get this kill. He's able to get one. Those are a couple more on the other side. Kawazin will swing and clean him up. And now the defuse.
Yeah, it seemed very scary, but I guess Loud, they were very calm and composed during that entire time. That 1v1 that Pankata won against Zelsis.
That was it.
Yeah, that was really what made the difference there. Because, yeah, with that time ticking, it could have gone in favor of Sentinels. And
Oh my
listen, though,
god,
there's a lot of
those
questions
shots
from everybody,
still
Doug.
just looking
A
at
lot of
them.
questions from
Look at this flicks, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
forget it,
Like
Agent
you
One,
kind
forget
you
about
kind of what
Agent. Is he an
I
off-one
mean,
trick?
guys. It's like at the
Stepping
high
up huge
levels,
here,
like you're
showcasing
getting
his rifle
instantly
skills.
deleted. There's no time to react.
Okay, it was snappy, man.
Like he had no, that third guy had no time
There
to
was
react. He
never
just
any
got
question of
instant
that guy's
deletion.
mechanical skill when he was on the stage and when he took the year off, but he's back now. A very aggressive play towards B, and again, this is going to be a mess.
Oh.
They're all huddled in here. The rocket deals
Oh,
a little bit of damage, but it
no.
does not find lethality. Meanwhile, Sentinels on the other
Really
side. The
old-
counter punch
oh my
connects.
god, he
You've got to be
barely-
careful here, though. Pankata again on the prowl.
It's okay. This is Loud's
Flies
wait,
to
what
it, though.
happened? Actually, no, it's
Zelsis
not.
wants to cover the flank. Now
this is
all eyes
round
on
one,
Jay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 trips, also a Cypher Cam here as well.
So they most likely have to go for this retake here.
Sentinels,
Like,
they're
they're
gonna
not gonna
have to just
save. Their money's.
disrespect this. They have
Oh,
to just speed up
actually,
into
it's kind
sight
of.
here.
It's okay.
The more time
It's
they
not
waste,
bad,
the
but it's
more
not
time
great.
Pankata is allowed to
So
play.
now they know they're going
There's
A.
just so much
They got a
utility, as you
flank
mentioned,
coming
that they're
through.
gonna have to navigate through
Kalen's
and
gonna go with a
circumvent.
crazy play or what? Okay, so now they all know they're all
That's
sight.
that as well. Now this
I
flank
think he should have
is
just pushed that
absolutely
smoke.
useless
It's
from
like a selfish
Pankata.
play, but still.
Post plant, 3 players in tree, narrate the solo on site, a great paranoia on the top of the door.
Pankata looking for a target, looking for a scalp to claim.
Okay. Sentinels.
Oh.
Meanwhile, they've
Oh my.
Yo, what just happened? What just happened, guys?
can still secure the round off the
What?
stun. There's a swing.
Okay,
He's
they
I
gotta,
wanna
they
see
got,
a
they gotta swing. They
replay.
gotta swing.
backs against the wall. Can narrate respond? Can he contribute? He's
Same
able
as
to
a
Oh.
run
one
gun, you
that
gotta just
remains.
swing.
Oh
And he cannot
my
hold
god.
on.
If you can control
Kawazin,
Phantom well, then you
what
can just
was
run and gun
that?
it. Well, he has a Tondro mouse pad.
Sentinels and trees.
I don't even know what is that. Is that anime?
It's a Demon Slayer anime thing. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I gotta play that.
I had to like look at it. I was like, oh yeah, that's Tondro. I want to see what happened in Tree there.
He flashed at the tree, and then they turned around, so then he just starts killing them.
That's insane.
You know how like higher levels will like dodge flashes, right? So they kind of like they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like not mismanaged, but like they thought the flash was gonna hit them, so they all turned around and he just sprayed them down with a phantom. With the spray transfer, that was insane, bro.
I'm surprised they didn't really fire any bullets to the two people who didn't get flash.
Well, the thing is, the flash was positioned like behind them, so they all turned around because they thought it sounded like it was gonna hit them, so all of them turned around. Bro, what is going on right now? I think Loud wins this map, guys. I'm sorry. I want to root for Sentinels, but look how they're playing. Like one guy's killing 3 every round. It's insane. It's actually insane.
Still early days in the round, but it feels they've invested.
So they fade ult to gain information. They automatically know there's 2 there. So this guy just starts running it down, right? So he's actively telling his team, guys, we hit 2. There's only 2 alive. So the guy on flank can just start running. Especially because the fade ulted, right? We all know what fade ult does. We can't hear anything around us. So he automatically knows, I gotta start running. They can't hear me, so I'm gonna just start running down. And then he got a kill. And they killed the last guy. So now Sentinels are saving here. This is huge because they essentially lose 2 rounds. You lose 2 rounds. It's gonna be 10-8 essentially, right? Obviously, there are times where that eco round after they lose, they can win, but it's quite unlikely, especially in pro play. In ranked, okay, different story. It's probably pretty likely, but in pro play, not likely, bro.
Decimated by that trap play from Loud.
Yeah.
The timeline.
That was.
The timeline tells how close of a game this has been and how it feels like Loud are starting to create a little bit of separation. They just won 3 rounds in a row, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time either team has won that many rounds in a bunch. Loud are starting to tip things their way here.
And what a way to do it as well with the crazy trap play. I mean, what a read, what a call from Vinny to call that setup. And the heads-up play from Kawanzin to be able to get that lineup out in time while still kind of worrying about that front B, that's not an easy thing to do. That's like a split-second decision off the trip hit.
But it's going to have to continue to be stuff like that if they want to put Sentinels away, because as we've mentioned a couple of times now, they're not folding, right? They'll bend, but they have not broken yet. So if there is to be a knockout blow on Loud, where does it come from? Is it the op in the hands of DG? Because we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. Cover going on. I mean, this is a tough map to op on as well, so we might not even see it all on this map, but you're definitely going to be seeing it on that as a fact.
Good.
You know, Pankata's there.
It's always the usual suspects.
Speeding up towards
Q3.
C once again.
But another change of a trip here.
This is 5 stingers. I mean, they're wanting to get up close and personal.
They found it enough scoring feature.
And try to take the fight to their doorstep.
It's just disgusting. These Cypher trips are dismantling Sentinels like Kawanzin running through.
Stinger's just not connecting. And again, Sentinels are in a spot where they're fully surrounded. You got 2 towards spawn. You got 2 on the other side as well.
Oh man, I mean, we've seen him here before, but he only took out 2 previously. He's gonna have to take out the entire squad of Loud, and he cannot do that here. 2Es will clean up the round. That's 10-8 now.
Anything particularly exciting happen?
Yeah, you missed some crazy rounds. Like some insane rounds.
Off the Cypher trip.
They'll be on the VOD. You can kind of go back.
Yeah. Which round?
So what round is it right now? It's
it certainly worked that round.
Oh no, which one's really crazy?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. So this is 19. This was 19. So it was 17, 16, 18, 17.
You don't have a raise.
Oh wait, yeah, this is around 19, right? So
a lot of areas where it could
17, 16, round 17 and 16 were some pretty crazy rounds.
And yeah, you have the Yoru clone, but it's not really getting.
The first like 12 rounds was pretty boring. It just went 6-6, but then this half is crazy.
Yeah, bit of a gamble here from Loud, opting to play that full retake.
Like round 16 was the craziest shit we all saw. We were like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
17-2 was pretty crazy.
See, they're playing the odds. Okay, you stuffed us there twice. Surely not a third
So this is
time.
a huge round for, like what I said, guys. It's like it's automatically 10-8 because of the eco. So this is a big ass round right here for Sentinels. If they lose this round, it's gonna be 12-8. They have to force. They're probably gonna force, but it's less likely they have good guns. So they might even save for last. So we're gonna have to kind of see what's going on.
There it is.
What the
Rolling Thunder
fuck are they
invested. They've
going?
also got the Tejo.
So there's a triple flank here, okay?
Vinny's the first claim. The paranoia
They identified there's a triple flank.
Provide a little bit of cover. They got to try to flood out. DG plucked from the sky.
So they know they know two are there
There's
already.
no way for them to get in.
They can't do anything right now. If you're loud, you go for every.
I don't think they go for this. They probably have to leave.
And
They have to save.
has been dealt with from defender
Yeah,
Swan.
they can't really do too much.
If there was a Tejo utility kill counter, I think John would have the most. Don't fact check me on that, but I feel like he really does. It seems like it. Every time I see this guy, he gets a kill with it. But yeah, that Armageddon as well. A great reaction. I think there was an interview with John himself saying that Tejo comes down to the creativity of the player.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's extremely creative on how he uses the utility. He's very smart. I mean, this ult, that's not something that you rehearse. It's just on the fly.
Yeah.
So a really good post plant this time around from Sentinels. And that's the key to success for Sen. They need to get on these sites without dropping 1-2 players. Give themselves an actual chance.
They've gotten back up to 9. Still one round separating these two teams on a map that has had 6 lead changes so far. There might still be more.
That's how close it's been. We do finally get to see the operator out of DG's in. This is a very aggressive angle. And there's a breach to follow it up. C utility was used very early on for Sentinels. Nothing behind it though. Pancada, he does slip a little bit ahead of the mound area. He's got to be careful here though. If utility is invested from Sen, he might not be able to get that TP off in time.
This is a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, you got to get out now.
Yeah, they're so diligent in their approach, man. A little bit of laziness, and maybe you don't clear that, he gets one.
There's the lurk.
That's big, too. I mean, you were just talking about how part of the success for Sentinels is you can't be in a numbers down situation early. What? Instantly equalized, though. Big from Bang. And now they can turn their attention towards C. The spam not connecting.
They're low.
10 HP for the controller as he TPs onto the site. Vinny has his ult. How are you going to retake with an op in the hands of DG, though?
I don't know, you got to swap it out.
Rolling Thunder invested. They really did not have a chance to settle. Second is gone unchecked. He wasn't hit. Able to get one on the Kawantin.
This game is going to go down to the wire.
Now,
he still has a flash.
There is a question that Loud have to answer. Do they fully commit to this? Do they try to save? The money's not great. A big swing out from Narrate. Traded right back, though.
I don't know. They might have to save.
3v2, they continue to knock. But the door has been slammed shut. And again, we are tied.
And the operator just got no value in this round whatsoever. There wasn't anybody to follow up off of that breach ultimate. And yeah, it missed again. One player being the key difference maker, dodging the breach ultimate, killing everybody in water. I like the idea from Loud, breach ulting the site, maybe trying to force them back into that operator of DG's in, who's tapping that door. The Sentinels, they had a read on it. They weren't falling for that whatsoever. Everybody played in sight. Nobody took a challenge. And bang, this 180. I mean, you cannot make that up. There's just some fire in this kid. He's just able to find kills like that. Loud. They use their last time out here.
What's the score on it again?
It's 10-10.
Sentinel stringing 2 rounds back.
Nice
Post
game.
game.
A lot of success on these C post plants. And now Loud, they kind of are forced to compensate. You're kind of going to have to play a heavier C-side setup. But John and Kaplan, they're probably reading ahead of that. You might see them work a little bit more B. They haven't really touched B whatsoever other than that walk-up from Zelsis, who just got killed.
I think if you're Loud, you have to figure out how do you find value from the op. right? You had it in a round, you were able to save it into the next. You've got to set DG up, and I think they tried that in the previous round by getting them on that deep A line that you mentioned. But
and it gave them a lot of good info as well.
It did, but the info didn't win them the round.
It's just so hard because of Sentinel's composition. They have so much utility to use on these post plants. I mean, they didn't even have ults. Wait till Sentinel start getting ults online.
Yo, what's up,
I mean,
boy?
that's not going to be anytime soon. You've got Celsius, who's one away from his, but other than that, a clean slate for Zekin and Bang.
Yeah.
So it will be a bit.
Here's what I'm talking about, that compensating now for the C site, but Sentinels are still going to show. They're still gonna
This is a big round for Loud. If they lose this round, it's tough. It's really tough for them to win, I think. If they win this round, I think they're likely gonna win.
A lot of spam.
Like it really.
Confidence and conviction.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sentinels
I was wondering why they keep playing C.
Second, the tip of the spear.
Sorry, you're a little quiet.
A little bit.
What happened?
Oh, sorry. I was wondering why they keep hitting C.
Oh, well, the last like 3-4 rounds they went C, and they didn't have too much resistance.
Walk all the way back. Footsteps
On pistol as well, they left C open, so they kind of think that C's weak. Like they're not, they're soft playing. It's more of a retake.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, that was nasty.
Again, absolute filth, but still more to be done. Repositioning and looking for more. Another lease at life.
So he knows one's round here. This is gonna be a big fight. Whoever wins this fight probably wins the round.
Finds a kill on Kaunzin. Vinny on the swing, he will fall as well. Another claim.
They might have to save. But it seems like they're going for it. Uh-oh.
It's not
Oh my god, Narrate is just too good.
They just keep picking it off like one at a time.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, Pankata almost won. Yeah, it might be a little bit tough for them to win this, to be honest.
Getting 4 into the round, he killed 2 by himself on the flank. So much utility being thrown.
That replay screen is so disorienting.
Yeah.
He racked up the headshots. Nice attempt from DGZ. That's the only value he's gotten from that operator. He had to jump operator.
They kind of threw. It was 10-8. They lost 3 rounds in a row.
That's kind of how the whole game has been, right, though? Like, people are winning in shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's full steam ahead.
Okay, so they're probably gonna spy for next. They're deciding to eco here.
Now the 7th lead change in this one map.
See again.
This back and forth affair has been a treat to watch if you're not a fan of either team. But it's been nothing but stress and heart attacks for those who are.
And it's been nothing but C hits for success for Sentinels.
If it ain't broke. Again, they will test the waters here.
You can't even get into the site. You can't play in it. You can't flood out. Sentinels force you to play retake. And their post plants are so damn good.
Vinny is a sheriff and Kaunzin is a Bucky.
Yep. I mean, they have to buy every single round after this too. You'd imagine how things have gone historically.
Excuse me? That's 1.
Forget what I was saying.
That's 2.
Oh my god, they might win this eco.
Oh
Whoa.
So you kind Magpie, you kind of see what I'm saying here from yesterday's session. Like, they don't have rifles and they just instantly won the round, right? Like 5v5, they had 5 rifles and they still lost, right? Like, this is kind of what I was going. Like we were talking back and forth about is like at high levels, ecos don't mean nothing. They can still win. Okay. Like
They just like crept on.
But they just know how to.
Yeah, because they're like
take the
trading off
fights.
each other and everything.
And they just know how to take the fights as a team on eco. Like they don't have good guns. They had sheriffs and shotguns and stingers, but they still won, right? Like you expect the 5 rifles to win, but not in this case, right? These are pro players. Their aims are so good that one sheriff could. They just kill 2 people and then they just got 1 gun and then they just start snowballing, right? They start killing them with the rifles. So. You know, it's good to see these things where you can kind of see that, okay, wow, ecos actually mean that you can win too. If you're
Yeah, I want to see one on attack.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't seen it. Is this game 1?
Yes, game 1, map 1.
John QT is able to maneuver bait out rotations already. DG
I actually think ecoing on
leaning
attack
towards
is
that A
easier as
side.
well. Like ecoing on defense is way harder.
Lotus right
Really?
now for
Yeah.
I think
Sentinels.
Because when you're attacking, what do? You're usually with your team. You're not going in one by one, right?
yeah, I guess so. But I feel like
you
if I
take
go on defense, I just hide in a corner, so I can catch on
Sure.
off guard.
right, but in pro play, like it's way easier to eco on attack because you can just take the site, set up, and play close angles with your shit guns. But on defense, you're far away. You need to close the gap, right? You're not taking the gap, so
Yeah, and they like all give him
Right, right.
sight.
so that's
And
why
then
it's much easier because you can just use your you don't need guns to get on site, right? You just need. I think Sentinels lost, guys. That thrifty right there won them the game. Like.
Yeah.
Or at least guarantees them overtime. That's what one round can do in these type of matches, higher level lobbies, even in the low immortal, high immortal radiant lobbies. Like, right? It's not just pro play, but we have to kind of understand like
Oh, jeez.
one round, one good thrifty round can change the whole momentum. You can literally win off. So many games I've won or lost off one round, one thrifty round in the late game. Where you're supposed to lose, but you win. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, no,
Have there been any tech pauses?
Yeah, there's been a couple. They probably used all their tech pauses. DGZ is so good. DG Zin, the black guy. He's
I don't
sick.
know like anyone on Loud.
Yeah, Pankata is a major champion as well. He was on the original Loud team back in the day. With like with Aspas, Kawanzine, stuff like that.
The team is Aspas.
Les, he's on MIBR. He was on Leviathan last year though, but he's
Yeah, I
on
remember
MIBR
that.
now.
But with an op on the other side, it's danger.
And a spam kill on the bang.
The Rolling Thunder will try to forge a path out onto the site. They've invested a bit more ults on the back of the site as well. Numbers the way of the defense. And the spike still hasn't really made its way out. It's been labored. It's been difficult to
Okay, so it's 4v3. It's not looking very good for Sentinels here.
I'm surprised
I
they're
feel like
gonna
one's
sneak
gonna
in.
peek into that hop.
Sure. I think he might. But you see how they're just waiting. It's over. GG. First map over. Right? Like,
Honestly, they earned it with that eco.
Exactly. I honestly believe if they lost, like the Sentinels won that round easily, that eco round, they would have won the game. I think Sentinels would have won because their economy, Loud really only had one round of economy, full buy. But that eco set them up where they're not scared anymore. Like that momentum build is crazy. The change is crazy.
I wonder what that windscreen looks like, VCT. Like, does it say like MVP?
I don't know. No idea. That's kind of awkward that they have to walk by each other at the end of the match.
Well, I mean, it's like all sports, right?
Yeah.
Not in football. Football, you have your separate tunnels.
Oh, I
Right?
don't know.
They go to the other sides. Like they don't go in the same tunnel, right?
Oh,
guess
really? I
guess-
remember like soccer as a kid, and people
Yeah.
would like do the slapping the hands like again.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, when I played rugby after the game, you would just win in a line.
I think it's good for like people to do that.
Like I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my whole life too, like traditional sports. So
Oof, that was
Like-
nasty. Was that the round you were talking about?
Yeah, it's gonna show
this
all the
one.
crazy rounds.
This round
this
was
one.
insane. This round.
Let's see.
The tree round was crazy. We were all like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Like, oh, yep, you're dead. And then we just see a 3K up
Yeah.
top.
It's just the flash though. The breach through the flash. It didn't even hit them. Like it's just pros just anticipate the flash dodge, right? So they try to dodge it, and they all turned around, and he just peeked, and then they're all dead. That was crazy.
Funny.
That was insane to me, actually.
I hate it when my computer just does that to me.
It explodes at your face.
Yep. Also hate the fix that I have to open up my own computer and then add something in.
I want to see the Valorant one for Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.
That was the best one.
Oh, I thought it was cute. Like, if you're gonna like do an event like this, you should make it specific to the event.
I remember the old ones, like where they had like Sage in them and stuff, and Raze. Like back
Sage and
then.
Rage just implying that.
Yeah, like I don't know what the new ones look like, but I remember the old ones.
They had Phoenix. I don't remember who else was in it. I think it was Jet, Phoenix, someone else.
Myself, l'eau de parfum et le parfum, la nouvelle intensité, Yves Saint Laurent.
I can't believe you have light mode for Twitch.
For my browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually use dark mode for everything.
What browser do you use?
I use Chrome.
I have a dark mode on Firefox. So
Nice.
it's just everything's dark mode.
Yeah.
Use Firefox?
Yeah, Firefox is the best. It like doesn't track shit the way.
It's old
You're the
school. It's a
first person
boomer.
I've ever
It's a
met.
boomer browser.
I feel like Gen Z's using it too, because they're like
But
Firefox is way more like user friendly than
it's
like
more our time
company
though,
friendly.
right? Like the '90s kids, early 2000
Is
kids.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
Chrome wasn't around.
Well, it's better, so we're
Chrome-
right.
I use fucking Opera GX.
What is it?
Opera.
Opera GX. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that also basically just Google?
I don't remember,
Yeah,
but
Google owned it,
I
too.
remember that browser. Like a lot of people used it back in the day, like a couple years ago, 10 years ago.
I think people still do use it. I think they just
sure.
have less ads about it now.
True.
Yeah.
It's just Chrome took over. Everyone uses Chrome, right? So.
I still kind of use Google Chrome. Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone uses Chrome. Like the majority
It's so
of people.
predatory though.
I think it's like Firefox, Chrome, right? It's like one or
Yeah.
the two. It's like really.
Or the people too lazy to do anything but Safari on their Macs.
Yeah.
So hard.
I need them to stop animating transitions like that.
Seizure alert.
Well, like genuinely, like it's gonna give me a migraine. Like, stop.
You managed to run away with it without a Tejo versus a Tejo. Why do you think that
Is this the player you're talking about?
No, this is the coach. It's a different black guy.
Play style doesn't use this too much. I think that's more aggressive.
DG Zen has the big ass gold chain. He's got a big ass gold chain on.
So we have a really good plan.
Kinda
for
sick,
this. We
actually.
practice a lot against Tejos, so that's why we have like a better plan for today, better than them.
better than them? Best luck on map 2.
Who's doing commentary during the game?
And better than them, they were. A 13-11
I'm actually not too sure.
scoreline gives Loud that first win. Now you're probably realizing Vancility, you hear me? Vancilia.
Maybe it was that guy.
No,
Says he
we're
like
actually
has.
joined by
Oh no, he's probably doing the
Emily,
camera.
who's here today. Emily, welcome to the desk.
Okay, I'll be RB. It's a little bit of a break. So, one second. I'll be RB.
Pro players, been in the game for a minute, right?
Got the insane Omen 1v4
I know,
clip.
hold the applause, hold the applause.
I mean, Sentinels could have used a little bit of that. I don't know.
It definitely could have, but let's go ahead and dive into it. Emily's going to be joining us here for this segment. Let's talk about what we just saw, because Loud comes out and manages to pick up a massive win. Now, here's the thing. We thought that this was going to be Sentinels really rolling with this Tejo ender, but really it just felt like Loud had the
Look at this calamity of rounds. It's a team flash blinding 3 players, Kawa gets, and then here, that's a tripwire that catches Bang, and then no one's looking
breaks the
at the Fade Eye. So like, it was just this string of 2-3 rounds in a row that Loud kind of ran away with it because of failure to break utility and then poor incorporation of the breach flash.
Yeah, it certainly makes you wonder, right, Emily, like what does Sentinels do to, because you heard Coach SCK saying, we practiced all week against these Tejos, so we are prepared for this. Now, well, what do you end up doing if they got your number, if they know what you want to do? How do you try and work around that?
That is very tough. You know, Tejo Breach combo has a lot of util going into the round. I think they had the right idea, but I don't think their executes were the best.
Yeah.
Like their, I guess timing was really off for me.
Yeah, timing did feel like that was a big problem for them. And even then, like, it also felt like Loud was taking advantage of that big time.
Yeah, because we were talking about it during the game, and you were saying that while Sentinels are using their util at the start of rounds, a lot of times they were like speeding up into the sites before
before they even have the recharge, which I think is what makes Tejo Breach so strong. They, like, both their stuns line up with each other, 40-second cooldown, but they weren't using that on their execs.
Yeah, and there's other tools they had too, like for example, like Yoru clone can break those tripwires, but for whatever reason, that was getting broken earlier. It wasn't actually going deep enough to break the tripwire. So even when they were still trying to use those other tools to speed up, it still was players getting shot on traps.
Also, I'm curious what the first bloods were like as well, because it felt like Sentinels were going to a lot of those fights.
Can we pull up the that again? I don't know.
I'm quite curious what that was, but in any case, though, at the start of the show, we always like to do our predictions, right? The thing is, Emily, she wasn't here yet, so we didn't show Emily's predictions. But it turns out Emily really wanted to get her predictions on screen.
Yeah, whoa.
And let's go ahead and show.
I was astonished. I was absolutely astonished that everyone was voting for Sen here when I was like 2-1 Loud all the way.
You're the only one.
I feel like no one else is like this big on Loud. Like,
why?
What has you believing in them?
Just based off of their last few matches, I think they're going really strong, especially against their last matchup. I watched their split. They have a really good, even though they weren't playing Teo Breach here, I'm so excited to see that. I need to see it go to map 3.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would say a 2-0.
So, what's interesting though is that we were talking about how maybe the match opponents weren't necessarily up to the same caliber, and that could like a easier match schedule, so on and so forth. You don't believe that. You don't believe that narrative.
No, I'm a big Loud fan.
Okay, yeah. I respect it. I like it. All right, then. Well, you heard here from Emily. She's the only Loud believer. So for Brazilian Valorant fans out there, there's your hero. But for now, though, let's go ahead and toss it over to Coach Kaplan, who's standing by with Elizabeth.
Here with the coach of Sentinels, Kaplan. A very close map, but Loud runs away with it 13-11. What did you tell the boys back there that they needed to work on in order to take away map 2?
Gonna tell them again before we load in, we just gotta wake up. We're just playing scared. We're playing like this is a different game than the one we practice every day, like it's a harder game than we normally play. We just need to play with confidence, and there's no excuses. I have an incredibly talented squad who all have stage experience, so we just gotta play like we're here to win and do what we've practiced at the right pace, and we'll be good.
Best luck in map 2.
Do what they have to do to get the win. Play with that confidence. That's what Coach Kaplan wants to see.
Yeah, that was a weird one because that felt like a little bit more aggressive than I'm used to out of Cap.
I like it, though.
He was clearly not happy with how Sentinels were performing.
Well, how could you be happy with it, given that, you're running Teo, the greatest agent in the world, and then out of nowhere.
Okay, we're blowing the thumbs out of perspective.
Hyperbole,
true,
but,
true. I can read what you're doing here. No, but truthfully, I think especially that second half was kind of a disaster, a string of some really tough rounds. So I think it might even be a little bit more than just confidence here, and it's basic fundamentals that they need to be hitting. That just
there were whole rounds where haunts weren't even being shot at.
Oh, for sure. People just not even holding smokes. They were taking the sites with Teo Breach and just not holding or going back to the fundamentals.
Yeah, they were getting away with it. Loud was. And now we move on to Pearl, where I genuinely did not think Loud would be in this position, but here they are, and they look great.
Sure, and look, truthfully, I'm still riding with Sentinels on this one, because think about how close that map was and how sort of lackluster the fundamentals were for Sentinels. I have some belief here that you can tweak that, like you're saying, get course corrected coming in here and look way better.
But does Pearl allow you that kind of freedom to do that, right? Is this the map where, you're now kind of been down in the dumps a few times here. Pearl's very you kind of just run 1 or 2 plays over and over and over again. So what is your take on it? Do you feel like Sentinels have the opportunity here to kind of shift this around, or, well, what we saw in that last game could maybe play?
I think if Sentinels bring it back to the basics, I definitely think, it would be...
It should be them.
It should be them. It should be them, I will say that. But it just depends on if they can actually get those fundamentals rather than the new comp.
It was startling, though, to see Coach Kaplan be so whoa, you got to make this happen, right? Yeah. So if anything, if there's one thing that we know, it's Coach Kaplan was probably giving those boys a few words in the back as well. Certainly wanted to make sure that these guys are all ready to go as we get ready for Pearl. And we are going to give you guys a quick commercial break. When we come back, we dive into map number 2. It's Pearl Can Loud. Close it out 2-0, or with Sentinels. Get the dub and force map 3. We'll see you on the other side.
Me, your dry skin. Hey, it's me, craving the ceramides and CeraVe. Hey, it's me, to restore the ones we've lost so I can lock it in moisture. Hey, it's me.
The world is on the brink of war.
Grenade, Captain America.
On my mark. You want me? Come and get me!
Captain America: Brave New World. Get tickets now.
Pearl is the arena where we find out if we're going to go the distance, if we're going to go to map 3, or if Loud are going to silence all of the haters and all of the doubters and take Sentinels down 2-0. I'm Doug. With me on the call is Dre. We're going to take a look at Agent Select. I would imagine, Dre, that we're going to get a lot more of this Vice, Breach, Yoru stuff out from Sentinels that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything change for either of these teams. We saw, previously Loud even running the default composition. And I really like the way that Sentinels approached Pearl with this comp that they ran on Lotus. It seems like this is their bread and butter. I think that they did a really good job of identifying where DG Zin's operator was on the defensive side of Lotus. And this composition specifically has so much good utility to flush out an Opper, even punish them. I mean, we saw clips of Cryo getting absolutely demolished by Taeho missiles, getting stuck in a corner, and Zek and TPing on him. So I think that for Loud, their key to success is maybe identifying if the op isn't working and putting DG Zin on that rifle.
There's that comp that you were mentioning on the side of Loud. You've got Jet, Astra, KO, Sova, and then Cypher. And then again, we imagine Sentinels will be showing a bit of the same. I want to get your thoughts on this because this was part of the conversation that the desk had at the beginning of the show was Taeho's win rate against non-mirror matchups.
Yeah.
They did it once, and you even heard STK say in the interview with Liz, they felt very confident in a plan to not have to run Taeho and still be able to beat it. They did it on Lotus. Pearl feels like a different beast, though.
Yeah, especially with the changes to the smokes where you can't just ping and spam anymore. The Taeho utility feels like it's just even stronger for that because you can use missiles on the spike. You can do everything of that sort. How many rounds did we see Sentinels get away with defusing the spike against 100 Thieves without getting spammed? It's really changed the entire game, and it's changed this map of Pearl.
It does feel like Taeho's, maybe I would venture to say, strongest map would be Pearl. So again, we'll see. Can Loud do it again? They were able to figure out how to get a win against the Taeho comp without running one on Lotus. We'll see if Pearl tells a similar story. Loud on the attacking side, a little bit of a exploratory mission towards the middle of the map and up towards Art. It's not a split though.
Yeah, this already
Kidding me, unlike Discord.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
What happened?
Nothing yet. We just started.
Alright.
There it is. DG has to
They're doing like a
accelerate.
default.
Still gets a kill on Zelsis. Traded right back though from John as he takes a step back and takes another with him.
GG go next.
Explosiveness right now from Loud.
I think they're choking hard.
Pancata, he's now creeping up C-long.
So now they know he shot at him shop, right? So they automatically know one link. And they went down Art, so they kind of assume one's on A. So they're feeling that B's free, right? He's kind of running down B main.
It is free, so like.
Right, but
they're right.
they don't know that though. They don't actually know if it's free, right? It's just they're assuming that it's free. One shot, one was double doors. If we fought Art, there's probably gonna be one more like spawn/A. So now they're planning for site, so it's not a long plan. They're gonna both be playing site. One guy's gonna be watching flank. Pretty standard stuff. If they plan it for long, I'm sure they would all go long, or one site, too long. But
Surely you're not expecting him here. You've been stunned, and
oh my god, that Astro stun swing. So here, they just cannot die.
Off of it. The clone is so good, but again, he still can't find
So that's you see how the Sova just starts running away. Most people will just start fighting and die. Like he's playing to win the round, right? Like here, he's not gonna peek. He automatically knows. He just has to play time. Most people will just swing and die and then lose the round, right? So these are the differences really between pros and just common average players. Okay.
5-0 in first kills, first deaths on the last map. He closed
like most people would just die there as Sova. Like they would just try to stand their ground and fight, but you have to just identify that strength in numbers. Just run away, 3v2, post plant scenario. There's not much time. You just gotta stay alive. They double swing, right? They're not peeking one by one. They're going together. They're trying to increase their chances of killing people together, right?
We were playing like boys on that last map. Let's play like men now.
What a weird thing to say.
Before you just have to play like that from the start.
I think it also is a
frustrated out from
Kaplan is Loud.
This is another thing about like yesterday too, Magpie. Like you see, like those smokes are bad. Like they hear them running through, so they're just gonna spam it. They all just die, right?
Yeah.
So it's
They
like
like pulled the smoke away right away too.
Yeah, and the Classics just really whimpers in the face of a Vandal.
that was the defense sided smoke.
Yeah, it was
That wasn't the attacker smokes too. So like that was like a little bit of a cheese. They smoked it and they tried to rush it, right? Like kind of what we talked about yesterday. But it didn't work. They just know like they're gonna run out, so they just start spraying down the whole the smoke.
I mean, they really curated one of the best rosters, I think, out of any of the teams in VCT. You pick up one
Where's
of
Elsis?
Yeah.
Weird.
Where is Elsis?
Nothing he can do.
There's nothing he can do. He's just gonna try to play exits here.
Oh,
He might even save this gun, but he's dead.
He's just inspecting his gun.
Oh nah. Okay.
He's gonna go get this Phantom.
I thought he kind of had that one there for a
Or
second because they waited so long to shoot him.
Who brings back stragglers, people that have been brought down to the gulag.
This is a really big round here. If Sentinels lose this round, I think Loud is gonna start running away with this game.
Oh, I just realized they like killed like half of them full blind.
Wears his emotions on his sleeve at times, and you know what he's thinking and how he's feeling. So definitely not how they wanted to start this series or this map. Down 2-0, but now they have got.
I feel like I'd be playing bad too if my coach were really mad at me.
It seems to be this year slow starts for Sentinels, but one round, one eco.
Not these guys. They don't care. There's no emotions involved. It's all about trying to get the win.
Really? I feel like they tilt.
Of course they tilt, but they're pros, right? Like pros aren't gonna just start talking back to their coach, right? Like.
Oh no! I just meant like I feel like it's
not
the
just
pressure
talking
of-
back, but like you know, like it's kind of like it's just like this is what they do, right? So
Yeah.
like even if
I mean,
the
they
coach
know
yelled,
they're gonna get yelled at.
Like,
They know.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they get yelled at, there's nothing they can do. They probably actually did do something wrong, right? These guys are so objective about their game that they don't care, like, really how people are saying things to them, like, what's being said. Like, they're gonna really work on their game no matter what. Even if their coach is lower ranked than them, their coach is gonna see things that they're not seeing in real time, right? You can
Is
only
that his smoke? The Astra.
I don't know. Let me see.
Now you expect
Only
the
one Astra,
acceleration
right?
out Torte, but keep a
No,
close
there's
eye on
two.
the mini map once again because it's Kalanzine who's going to be looking to do what Pancata could not.
So here he automatically realizes, yo, there could be another one walking up.
Eyes on the back of his head. He knows where the threat's
Kalanzine
coming from.
needs to kill him.
Darby damned, ignoring it in the face of it, gets a kill on the Kalanzine anyway. Now is able to TP away. Threat dealt with. Numbers their way.
So Loud here has to just get as much as they can get, as many kills as they can get, or just try to win the round. It's obviously unlikely they win, but they have to try their best to do as much damage as possible.
I love how Sentinels like abuse the creation.
Ooh, nice flash dodge.
Still healthy enough to fight. 1 kill for 1. And those numbers do not add up when you're down.
So if they killed 3 there, it's a good save round. They got bombed down, got rid of 3 guns. They're less rich. But they killed only 2, got gunned down. It's like, it's still a good save. You know, it's better than them having 5 guns still. So it's optimal if they kill 3, but they killed 2, so it's fine. It's still fine. Like still a good save round.
Sentinels are so good at.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot the dart.
There's so many angles they approach you
Missed.
from. If you don't have that A main control, it just adds another one to the mix. So much of their success is revolved around retaking that A site, getting a couple picks on the way in. You're going to see a lot of Zelsis playing around smokes on A, Bang even playing in front of his Astra Stars, then sneaking back into sight. B pressure again from Loud. KO the only one outside of A. He's going to use this knife, try to get some info. He already used it. Right now, the defense holding their ground, not biting on anything.
Yeah, they've really only seen what they saw, the knife and then the dart, which is very similar. This is the same look that Sentinel saw in the previous round. Louder showing the exact same thing. So we'll see if this 3-1-1 default continues for Loud.
Another good
So, you know, higher level slash pro players, they're not just going to dry peek all your angles, okay? I'm sure in your guys' game, you guys just peek all the corners with no flashes, stuff like that. But higher levels, especially in my lobbies too, mortal levels, where people are commonly are, they're not going to just walk out or run out. They're going to use utility to clear it. Flash, dogs, you know, just drones, stuff like that. Oh my god, he got flicked on so hard.
Yeah.
But Pigeon Milker, you see how this Jet's playing kind of? He's already cleared the first section, second section, and he scaled to third section, kind of like what we talked about yesterday. He's identified that the site's clear. My team is there already. I made the space. They got the information. I'm gonna go scale and kill more. And so that's kind of something you have to work on your game a little bit more. Is really work on that scaling. And I know you can too. That's the thing. It's just it's a little bit. We gotta get rid of that
Nick
like fear.
Game I played,
For
I
sure.
like carried, like actually carried.
Nice, and that's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a big difference from when I watched
Was,
you play
was.
versus when you played by yourself, right? Just off that information I give you, it's like make sure site's clear, go spawn, kill people, come back with your team, play with your team, right? Like
I tried to incorporate everything, but I kind of just like that game. I'm more focused on playing like less afraid.
Of
more,
course,
like,
right, and that's fine. Like obviously there was a lot of information we went through, right? In terms of your entering ability, stuff like that. But like just kind of watch DGZ play. Like that was amazing. He cleared the site by himself as a duelist, and his team came behind him, planted a bomb. He killed 2 and came back, right? Like he's doing more than his job. The value that he's bringing to his team is so high right now as a duelist. Right, like that round was huge.
As a duelist defending, how would you defend? Just curious.
So I explained this to Pigeon Milker as well, and I don't think I explained it to you as much, but you gotta be playing those off angles, right? Find those off angles as a duelist, because as a Jet, you can play off angles. You can dash away when you kill somebody. When they're running at you, you just off angle, boom, headshot, and you just dash away. Like they can't kill you. They're not gonna run at you because that's information. If you kill one and run away, right? And they start 4 running at you, he's gonna tell his team, yo, there's 4 people running at me, right? And they'll play accordingly. So here Sen's on eco, so it's not that big of a round. Like not that big a deal. But that 4th round was the big round here because they got 2 rounds instead of 1. Or lose the round in this tie game. So they're building a lead. So that's the thing about winning gun rounds. You need to win your gun rounds so that way they're on eco. And then you get those bonus you win those eco rounds for free. Quotation free. Obviously it's not easy, but it's much easier than facing rifles.
They baited out so much of that defensive utility, the Fade Eye, the Tejo missiles, and then they regress.
And you know, there's times where you can't scale backside too, okay? Like they're just stacked there, or like the map or the site is just really hard, or like you don't have enough utility, right? They kind of didn't push backside there, even though they're on eco. They understand that, hey, just get the bomb down and we can play the bomb. Use your utility to close off backside. So here, this is going to be a really big round for Sentinels. If they lose this round, it's 6-1. Pretty much. Oh my god, they're so good. What are they doing? So now this is kind of what we talked about yesterday, Goober. Like, they stacked A, right? And they kill 3, like, they slow down. They kind of have to see what's going on. Are we going to take it, or are we going to rotate, right? Instead of just calling for a rotation right away. They might even re-hit. Because at the higher levels, they understand that, you know, they're not just going to rotate right off all the time. So they kind of waited. They waited for the lurk to go up mid. Now they have all the information. Yo, they're all on A. I hear this guy running. Okay, B's free. Look at their movement. They're probably not walking. Look, Asher's just running down B link, right? Now they know he's spawned. So they just start booking it down B, right? They automatically know the site is free. So this is kind of like what I was trying to explain to you. Is like we gotta use the information, really understand why we're doing it, like if we're gonna execute or if we're gonna rotate. Don't just call a rotation because you killed 3 on the site, right? Like in this case they rotated, but there's a specific reason why. The lurker lurked up all the way through mid. Okay, that's why they kind of know that they're A, right? Because if they weren't, the lurker is gonna see someone or he's gonna die. So here's a 2v1 situation.
Oh, that's tough.
And it was the same map too. It was Pearl, right, Goober? So like, Obviously it was on A, but for your thing was on B. But right, like they stacked A. There's pretty much 3, 4. There's 1 in spawn, so it's pretty much 4. He's ready to come, and they still won the round. And they didn't just automatically rotate or automatically go. They kind of waited, get the information they need, and then go. And they had it because the lurker was all the way up in spawn. And I'm sure he heard. Yeah, he was a Sova and he lurked up, right? Like you don't have to be a
He's
Sentinel.
been doing that a lot.
Because he understands, you know, especially in pro play, people don't lock down mid because pros are just so smart that they understand that the risk of going through mid is high, so they know that people aren't going to do it because they know that the risk is high. So a lot of the time when you watch pro play, pros will leave mid open. They won't use much mid, like they won't leave 3 people mid or something like that, or install wall mid. They'll save their utility. They know people are less likely to walk down mid, so they'll just kind of give it up a lot of the times. It's like a meta thing. It's like a pro think meta, trying to like outbrain them kind of thing that they do.
I hope they win some rounds after this timeout.
I hope they win.
So it's gonna be 6-1, okay? Unless they get ecoed. If they get ecoed, you know, it's a different story. Momentum swing is probably gonna come into play, but if they get 6-1, the next round is very, very important. So it'll be round 8 is the very important round. Because then because they're broke, so if they lose that gun round, they have to save again. So they lose another 2 rounds, right? So here they're hero buying. He's got a guardian, 2 sheriffs, 1 stinger. Look, it's a full loadout. They all have light armor too. Some of them don't even have armor.
He knows how that fight has gone.
So here, they're kind of leaning towards B. They have 2 B with the Sentinel. So that's like a semi-stack. It's not a full stack, obviously, but the Sentinel counts pretty much as 2 agents, like sometimes, because of the utility usage.
They really do spray the smoke every time.
So here, they baited the wall, right? He jump peeked the wall. He got rid of the utility. Loud, no. Okay, they heard 3 of us here, or 2 of us here. We jumped the wall. Okay, they rotated B. Without even seeing, they know that, okay, they're probably leaning towards B now. Are we going to rotate or re-hit? So they're deciding to re-hit. So they fake the rotation, but Sentinels are, you know, they're predicting this. He droned down, so now he knows there's 2 long. Or 1 long, whatever it may be. Now they're executing. They're using their utility to take sight. Literally to take sight. They use Molly, they use smokes.
That's a big one out from Bang, off the flash to swing from DG as he continues to go
DGZ. Oh my god. Like, look at his angle clearing, like his entry angle clearing. Like, he's so proactive. He knows where they're gonna be automatically. He's not just standing in the middle of the site, default just AFK, right? He's doing his job. He's clearing the corner back calls, clearing the second guy back calls. Then he's pushing back calls to clear Link to hold it, because people run out of there, right? There's only 2 points to run out. It's 3 really. It's like Heaven, Spawn, and Link. But people don't run out of Heaven that much, so it's 2 spots really. He knows, right? It's a little bit of that math problem thing I told like some of my students. Like, you gotta deduct. Once you start killing people, you start deducting the spots that they're gonna be, because you just know where people play, the common angles, right?
Of what he was capable of on Furia. But he has stepped it up to another level, Doug.
Here's an adaptation, and off in the hands of Zekin.
It's amazing how quickly you can think of this kind of stuff.
Me personally, or like pros?
Just like anyone in general, how fast you could just think about what to do, how am I going to play this,
right. It is amazing sometimes when you watch them, but the thing is, anyone can develop that skill. It's a skill. It's not really genetics or like, you know, you're born with it type of stuff. Like, all these pros learned this. Like, they taught themselves, or they got coached, or they just played so much that they intuitively know, right? Like, maybe they don't like actively consciously think about it, but it's just such muscle memory now. Like, they just know what to do, right? Like, so this is a really big round here for Sentinels. If they lose this, they're gonna be in a big hole. Okay. So that's a very good spot.
That's a good pick.
So look at this lurk. They know that he's starting to lurk. That Loud is lurking, so they're predicting it. It's all prediction and tendencies. They know that someone's gonna walk down mid now, right? They adjust in real time.
It was a great round for them.
Right, and this is a big round. But they have an uphill battle, so they have about 2 buys, like 2 rounds of full buy, like the kit they have, and then 1 more buy, pretty much. So, but it's an uphill battle because Loud has 7k each. They have 8k each. That means they can full buy for the next 3-ish rounds, right? Like even if they lose. So. Like even if they lose this, they'll full buy. Okay, maybe like 2 or 3 rounds. They might
Using your tips so far, I'm able to just get a 4K and retake with team. I actually use my U2 really well.
Right. And that's something we kind of had to work on with you. Is like your utility usage was a little weak on and retake, right?
What gun did he have?
Phantom.
Like Zelsis is such a good player, so underrated. People think he's bad because he's like he used to be like a content guy, but he's a solid player.
He's bad.
I think he's like my favorite player on Sin.
Yeah.
For no reason.
And he's been there for so long. That's the thing people don't understand. He's been there since almost the beginning of Sentinels. Like, right? He's been on and off. Obviously, he left, came back, stuff like that. But he's a veteran. Like, he's a major winner. Like, you know, a lot of these guys are major winners.
Everyone is actually geared up towards B. John.
Like John QD is a major winner, right? Like.
They already know it's a fake. The utility from KO was not enough to draw the veil over their eyes.
I think Bang is a very good player too. In the earlier days in 100 Thieves, he was like considered one of the best ranked players in the world. In NA at least. And he was young too, but nowadays he's a monster. So we got a post-plan scenario, okay? It's 4v4. 1 guy back calls. Oh my god. So they kind of threw. They planted for sight. They had 2 long. 1 back call, 2 link, but I don't know. I don't really like how they played that. That was pretty bad.
Like he's used previously. There's that insane shot and the overheat. But the Armageddon to push out everybody from that pillar area, flush them out all out on the site. That's exactly the fights that Sentinels were looking for on
I just like seeing it get more even.
So finally stringing some rounds together.
So this is a big round for Sentinels. If they win, they're gonna get an extra round. It's gonna be 5-6, okay? So if Loud wins though, might be a little bit of trouble here.
Sentinels seem to have found some sort of footing.
So here they're 2 on B. Zelsis takes the off angle here. He's in the corner. He's in a common spot, but he's so they're mauling it. They kind of already know, like okay, he gets traded. Zekin trades him. So now they know. Okay, we just killed the Sentinel. Okay, on B. So that's a crucial piece of information. They're thinking that they're gonna rotate B. Because they killed the Sentinel. They killed such an important role. But Sentinel's just playing this well. They're reading it really well because Zekin is there with an op. They're just going to retake B. That's what it looks like from just their positioning. Right, because he's got Yoru TP. He's going to jiggle B long.
He's got Narrate and John here.
He's just so good at anchoring. Look at all the delay he's done. He's snuck into pit again.
Well, and it's not just that, too. They dropped the sucks. They dropped the salvos.
They dropped the stun.
So they saw him with the drone. He might be dead here. Bang's dead. Oh my god, how is he not dead, bro? Yo, if they rotate here, it would be crazy by Loud. Like, they understand that there's 3 or 2, and then they just leave through mid. That would be insane right here.
I don't think
there's not much time. Oh no, bro. He needs to get the bomb down. Oh my god, bro. They fucking threw so hard. What are they doing? They just start peeking 1 by 1 secret.
Is he gonna hunt for it?
So there, they need to wait for the Yoru ult. They just start peeking. Yoru ult's gonna see everybody. Just wait, right? Be patient. This is a little bit a throw by everybody else.
Guy wants his ace.
I'm mean, he's already getting flushed out. Look at the minimap.
Knowing Brazilian teams, they're gonna go for it. Like they hunt people down. They don't give free guns. They're super aggressive. Their play style versus NA teams. So they know where he is. He's pretty much dead. Right, like, you see the team play there, like he waited for the Astra and the other guy to come kind of get closer behind before he did that. He didn't just jiggle it right away.
The good thing for Sentinels is with that string of rounds that they got, he will be able to buy up at all for at least one more round. That's
also one thing you have to learn from the pros is like they understand where the gimmicky stuff is, all the common spots where they're gonna sit and the cheese spots, right? They just automatically start throwing utility. It's so common, right, for people to make plays there.
Just by himself.
Right.
That's the thing with Valor maps. Once you play them more, like you kind of know where people are gonna be and what they do and like the common spots. Like it's not like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike you can mix and match so many spots where it's really hard. You need to use mollies. Everyone has mollies to clear angles, but in Valorant, it's like you just know where people are. It's just the spots are so common. Oh my God.
Oh, the timing sucked there.
So now they have Cypher out. They get full information. They know B's free. Look, now look at them. It pinged. Boom. They start running on site. Set up. Plant the bomb. Put smokes down. Get ready for post plant. Get better positioning, right?
What do they have? They have Bangs ult. John has the op.
And then they have a late lurk down mid coming through sewers here. So they have so much information, so much backup, so much like ways they can play this round. So this guy's holding the jump down. Okay. Oh no, they're throwing. They're throwing.
Oh my God.
They threw.
They got farmed.
They really. Oh my God, he could win this round though. Oh no, he's got to kill the planner.
A little more open.
Yeah, that was a big throw by Loud. Huge Loud.
Nobody on the actual site from the side of Loud could see a damn thing.
Great for Sentinels, though.
And for as much as there was textbook, as you were saying on the retake and stuff like that, this was anything but. Yeah, that was the opposite of textbook. I mean, that was silly.
What a timing found from Tui's.
Yeah.
You see Zelsis jump spotting from that spot a lot. This is the problem with running the Vice and not running a Cypher. You kind of have to use your body because players can creep up.
Right.
But you don't expect Tui's to be that close, that quickly into the round. I mean, he took that timing off the rip. But Sentinels, they do snag that round away, and they're still in this. This time, heavy mid for the defensive side. Maybe anticipating a switch up.
They're all fighting here.
What are you putting in the Google tab there?
Allowed to finally start walking towards that mid, or maybe try to catch out Tui's.
Sorry, what'd you say?
What are you putting in, like the little when you open a Google tab and you put it off to the side? What are you putting in there?
Oh no, I'm just doing some other stuff right now.
Oh, I see.
I have a monitor for that.
Yeah, I have a second monitor.
Yeah, but Doug, we've seen this story before. Sentinels
Fair
on
enough.
retake on B.
Vinny popped his ult. It's gonna buy a little bit of time, a small window for them to sink their teeth deeper into this site, into the round. Remember, last one of the half here.
So guys, you guys gotta remember that this is Sentinel's map pick.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of see
We were talking about that earlier.
what happens next round, okay?
Is
Next
this a
half.
Sentinel's map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Holy shit. What can you do against that?
A great recovery to this defensive.
That's my fucking favorite Phantom right there, the Recon Phantom. Is it my shot
I like the
yesterday?
carbon
I bought it.
one.
You like the carbon one?
Yeah.
The carbon one's kind of funny. You can't even lie.
It's so cute.
It is not. No.
I love it so much. It makes me really happy.
It's just funny because you could just go up to people and like, I spent money on this, and then just throw them cardboard.
I think it's the only gun I've ever bought, like myself.
I think that's like one of the only ones that's worth it, and it's just cardboard.
I think it's so funny. It makes me so happy.
Why don't you just buy a bit of cardboard from like, why don't you just buy a bit of cardboard for like $2, tape it to your screen?
You can go to Sam's Club and get it for free.
Well, that's why it's
There you
like
go.
so cool. It's great for like cosplayers too. I think that's cute.
Your thoughts on the game so far, and what do you think's been going so well for Loud?
I thought it was a funny joke.
Honestly, I'm here as a Loud fan, so I will say that I think Loud is amazing. I think they're the better team, in my opinion. Zekin's been getting amazing kills, though, on Yoru. He's keep getting the first bloods, but honestly, Loud is the one that is closing out the round, so I don't know. I know
who the hell is this girl?
I know the crowd is Sen fans.
She's a
I don't know
streamer.
who any of these people are.
What the hell?
There they go. There they go.
I like her outfit. Cute.
Who's with me? Nobody?
Okay, we got some Loud fans. We got some Loud fans in the crowd.
Never seen this girl in my life.
A big foodie.
I feel like I recognize her face. I don't know who she is though.
Stop the
popped up in my, like,
cat. Never seen this girl in my life. Who the hell is this girl?
My top 3, I think I've tried everything on the menu so far. I can't go wrong with a classic.
Yeah,
They
the girl on the right's kind of cute though. Like not this girl talking, but the girl to her right. Yeah, that girl's kind of cute.
If you check Twitch chat, I bet they'll say who they are.
I definitely recommend that.
Okay, the brownie melts in your mouth. Have you gotten into anything?
Yeah, I like the burger. The burger's amazing. It's vegan too. I thought it was real meat. What the heck?
Yo, shout out. I mean, that works for me.
Bro,
Absolutely
Ender
love that.
pisses me off. This guy in the middle talking.
I know
Oh
there's
my
a
god.
lot of Sentinels fans in the crowd, but I want to try something here. I want to see if
Get
we
to
from
the
this
game.
booth can
Stop
overpower
yapping.
them. So Sentinels fans,
The players need a break.
and then the Loud fans over here, we're gonna try and fight back. Sentinels, give me something.
Do you think in like a real comp lobbies, like let's say plat and above, that they should actually have a timeout?
No.
Not in
That'd
plat
be so
lobbies.
annoying.
Probably like Immortal. It should start in Immortal for sure.
Yeah, I think they should add them. It would be fair. You can already do them in custom games.
Yeah, I fucks
Yeah.
with that. I like that.
In Primera. If you play Primera, you can do it.
Can you imagine a timeout like being called by like toxic players just to like piss
Yeah, I
other
was
people
gonna
off?
say. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why they wouldn't add it in low.
Because you don't have like a coach, so I feel like there's only so much you can do with like a timeout with just like 5 randos.
Yeah, but you could like communicate with your team, better strategize instead of just going off of the timer.
Yeah, you'd have to be like a good team though.
Yeah.
Deep knife tagging a couple. No rotations. Meanwhile, nice
Oh,
But also,
there
the
we
more
go, ego.
complicated plan you give a team, the more mistakes they can make. It's just harder.
Wait, this is pistol.
fearless in his approach as he continues to dance around and look for a second target. He does follow.
Did he hit him at all?
Meanwhile, Sentinels crack the site wide open. Kalenzine and Tui's left in a 2v4, and almost all members on the side of Sentinels are weak. They're battered here. That's one found. It's going to fall in the hands of Tui's. Again, 20 HP, 35 and 45. This is very winnable for Tui's. If he can isolate the ones, if he can get them on their own, there's a shot.
But that's the problem. Sentinels are so good at not giving the 1v1s, and it won't even matter anyway. Bang takes out Tui's. Even if Tui somehow hits that flick, there's 2 more members of Sentinels that are ready to swing out, get that trade. But right now, Loud have felt the pressure of Sentinels. Sentinels, even being a man down right there, Zekin falls early. They just run it down. The trades were perfect. A big
comeback.
pistol round win if you're a Sentinels fan.
Yeah, Pearl's a little bit of a attack-sided map. I would say it leans towards attack-sided map.
Oh, that's aggressive.
Is the red team always on attack?
Yep.
Is that how they do it?
Green is always defense.
Meanwhile, they're trying to accelerate down B. Zelsis is ready for it. At least enough to get one.
It's a free A site though. Orb is gathered onto DGZine. He's been hitting some headshots, man. Will get taken out for free here by a headshot. And this retake is impossible. Sentinels surely win this round. And pretty cleanly too, or at least we'll see. See what kind of damage Loud can do here.
As things stand, you're right. They're going to be able to carry 3 rifles.
That's the only benefit. Zekin's going hunting, trying to get that Yoru ultimate even closer to being online. You imagine in the next round you'll see a much slower approach from the side of Sen.
Oof.
And a lot of damage being done right now. Tui's can get another. He can't. A lot of damage done
Just get the skin.
from the side of Loud.
Oh, never mind.
I always thought for, in fact, this is a better question. Why for the skin Sovinger and Forsaken? Why are they just 2 different skins? They do the same thing.
No idea.
Which ones?
can't really play.
Which
I don't know.
skins?
Just Sovinger and Forsaken. Just doesn't make any sense to me.
This time around, that
I don't know which one
classic
Silvinger is.
I mean, Zekin's gonna take you down.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the ghost that he just used. That was Silvinger, and for the classic, it's Forsaken, but they're the same thing basically. Just no purple variant.
Sentinels tried to get some orbs onto Zekin, but it's just going to be a fast mid approach. They're going to try to take this art space. There is a trip.
I think this is like different variants.
Are you talking about Sovereign?
Yeah, he's talking about Sovereign.
Yeah, Sovereign and Forsaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sovereign has like that gold and white color scheme that I feel like everyone uses.
Yeah, but it's like way too like similar.
Yeah, he's got his TPE back towards spawn.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think that's like the whole point. Is like one is like light and one is dark.
And also Valorant wants more money.
You could also make the Marshall light the same colors.
Yeah, great proactivity from Loud. That's the smoke.
It's interesting.
Smoke's completely gone from the side of Sen. They're making a lot of noise on this.
Different finishers too.
Tui's and Pancata have a lot to do here. Tui's just going to go unchecked, isn't he? Drops the flash on the swing out. John's here to greet him. Pancata's able to deal a little bit of damage, but it's not enough. 3v3 here. They don't really have control. Vinny perched up in heaven. They're so paranoid of what's happening around the rest of the map. Kalentin is having to use the drone from so far back in lane.
Let's clear out all that space, but at the same time,
It's funny how much stronger Yoru clone is in pro play because they just always hit it. So they get such good shots.
Stun use, not connecting, spike ticking. The need to
Pretty hard to miss it like fully.
Oh, I see it plenty. Don't worry.
They're gonna have to fight through this. That's gonna help. That's gonna buy a little bit of time. Kalentin has gotten it to half, but he'll pay for it with his life.
They probably could have stuck it there.
Zalsis on the swing, both off of it, and he cannot hold it. He cannot connect. Beautiful from Loud.
These are such even games.
Yeah.
With straight brute force.
I mean, Loud's a good team though. So.
Perfect trades, but that timing into A main really opened up the confidence, and you see the frustration. I mean, he was holding that the entire way through. What a close retake as well. Getting half there, committing your life for the cause. Such a split-second decision that needs to be made, but it was the right one this time around.
That one feels like it got away from him. And now Louder in a really good position. They're up around. They've got some money that they've invested, and their ults are starting to come online at just the right time.
This is such an important round for either side.
Yep.
You really put a dent in the economy either way. Whoever wins this round.
This is a swing round. Zalsis is going to use his ult, or excuse me, Zekin.
What's a swing round?
Spots them both. Pancata's on an island. He's done.
I think it's.
Sidestep the salvos, but you don't sidestep that. Sentinel's able to
I think it's like a rush, but they just go fast. I'm not sure though.
Oh, sure.
And they know where the other one is. DG having to reposition. Sentinels with a slight numbers advantage, but Zekin's so weak.
I think.
Do they know where he is?
Wouldn't it be like economy, like a swing round?
Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. What happened? What's going on, guys?
What's a swing round?
No one's swinging though. What a hard read.
Patience on it.
We were wondering about that.
DG's gonna have to do it on his own. He's gotten it down to a 1v2, and Celsius.
Oh, they're in big trouble, man.
We're tied again.
You cannot.
Do you know what a swing round is?
Yeah, wouldn't it be like they win the next round if they win it? Like.
No, that's a bonus.
No. Like they. I think like you could like swing the next round after.
That was this round.
They called it a swing round. We were trying to figure out why.
Who said that? What the hell is a swing round?
They said swing. It's like, okay, this is the swing round. One of the announcers said that.
Like,
I don't know what
the
the hell. I've never. See, this is what I mean with the casters and stuff. They don't know what they're talking about because they're not high level players. Like.
I do wish they had like former coaches
or
casting.
Like pros. Like I would, just I talked to this
I'd rather
with one
hear
of my
coach
students,
talk.
but I just said like I wish they had pros on the desk, like analyst desk, casters. They're all pros.
Yeah.
Because
I looked it up.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It just says a play where players quickly peek out from cover at a wider angle than usual, aiming to surprise enemies by exposing themselves to unexpected potential.
You're thinking about swinging. You're talking about just swinging.
Aggressive play, wide angle, timeless.
It's an economy swing. It's an economy swing.
Yeah, economy swing.
That could also be it, yeah.
But if you win your economy like swing, it's a good place. That's what Reddit told me. Don't quote me there.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like,
Pincata feeling the walls closing in.
Yeah.
It's funny because whenever I watch like pros streaming VCT, they're like talking about everything but the game.
Yeah. If they do it so much, they probably get bored of it.
Yeah, they're like, this is work. I don't want to talk about it.
We just talked about everything in the first few seconds of the round.
I watched like a little bit of like Tens, and he was like talking about like his hotel. I was like, okay.
I'm sure Tens wasn't happy about that.
I like Tarek sometimes. I like Tarek.
Yeah, he'll talk about it more.
Just 3 away now is
3 HP.
He's been they know where he is too.
I'm telling you, like I don't know how John is truly a master at this agent. How does he know?
He's quite talented.
That's such a far spot to shoot the missiles at. What a hard read.
The round will end without
I really like that they added Tejo.
He's
good.
I just like the way he changed the game up.
Take a look at this round one more time. Amazing. In fact, we should probably run that one back.
Killed me with that one, bro.
A timeout called from Loud. Another close fight, man.
Yeah. First timeout used for the side of Loud. They do have one more in the arsenal. But yeah, so far this
He's got a fridge full of Red Bull behind them.
An astonishing comeback from Sentinels.
I mean,
winning
Red Bull's like paying so much for this.
Yeah.
Well,
Red Bull
I know, it's just still
literally everything.
I just think it's funny that there are fridges everywhere. Full of Red
And
Bull.
nothing's taken out of it.
And they're all drinking water too, or like tea.
Maybe they're like not allowed. Who knows? I'm sure
I
they
bet
can,
they can
right?
drink coffee because they have coffee.
I'm sure they're allowed to drink like maybe one at the very least. I mean, they wouldn't just put a fridge behind you and say, nope, you can't have any.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want someone drinking like 15 Red Bulls and having a heart attack on stage.
I think
I
it
don't
would make
think
it
it's
worse.
banned.
You get all shaky.
No way.
The caffeine.
I think definitely not banned. Like.
And that's so interesting because he is off 56% of the defensive.
I wonder how many pros are on like Adderall.
He hasn't had much at all.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are on Adderall.
Well, they all have like ADHD, so it's like, you know.
Utility, all the fade prowlers.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of just get bombarded. But here's the change up. It's that B long control.
Colantine popping his ult.
No way.
And Zekin's trying to deal a fight and win it while getting away. That's bloody criminal.
And it wasn't pretty. But it doesn't matter. Everyone geared up towards that A side of the map for Sentinels. The furthest rotation possible right now. Tui's is truly on an island.
DG is starting to arrive at the scene. But this foot race looks like it's going to be won by Sentinels. And they're going to have to give up the space. I mean, they cannot fight here.
You can't. Look at all this utility.
So they concede the site to Sentinels. Live to fight another day, and now attempt this retake. With strength and numbers, and now those numbers equalized.
That's a good opening.
It's a different beast. Cosmic Divide invested. Segmenting the site. Ripping them apart. And now there's more they're going to have to deal with. You cannot play back site. There's nowhere that's safe. Being flushed out from dugout.
Teo missiles coming online in 3 seconds, Doug.
And now the spam fight ensues. Meg's able to connect onto DG, but Loud's able to fight back. John has to be careful on the swing. Kawanzine is there. Pancada's gotten it to half, and the missiles will delay, but the defuse will come through.
Sentinels are definitely much better on attack.
That was a great spray through the smoke. Did they know he was there?
They probably just had a hunch. They probably cleared other angles and then just got to some elimination, I guess.
They're so accurate.
I mean, that just comes down to RNG.
Aggression and the shots that had to be hit in such a high pressure scenario from Loud. There's that operator online.
You were talking about him.
Sorry guys, I'm just a little busy. I'm just setting up this thing.
Certainly.
No worries.
Alright.
I'm chatty enough.
They're trying to pay, but like this payment processor thing is being really buggy.
One approach from Loud.
No, you're good. You're good.
Maybe trying to play in the minds of Sentinels that That operator is towards mid. There was a drone instantly out mid. Really masking where DG Zin is playing.
He always leaves Spike right
Right
there.
now from the side of Sen, I mean, they're cautious. They're worried.
This defense has been stingy.
Retarded.
They have an idea that Zekin's there. The timing's really nice as the dash dissipates.
All right, let's get back to the game.
Now
We've defaulted this map like every round.
Wow, this game.
Both attackers.
You know, this is the thing I love about NA. I know most of you guys were here on Wednesday. Like, EU was trash games, right? Like 2-0, like 13-1, like 13-5
Oh,
type
that was
maps.
a brutal game.
Remember,
Yeah.
like, we're just bored watching, right? But these games
You
are
know,
so
I was actually what's it called? I was like, oh, I kind of want to go play Valorant right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, the game is so boring compared to these games. These games are crazy, and it's only the first series too. I kind of think Sentinels might win this map. To be fair,
I hope they
to be
do.
honest. Yeah,
I mean,
it'd
yeah.
be nice to get a game 3.
The attempted retake for Loud is at hand.
We'll see though. You never count Loud out. That's the thing. They're super like what's the word I'm looking for?
Difficult. Retaking with the operator. One kill.
Like they don't give up easily. They go to the wire all the time.
Tenacious.
Yeah, kind of like.
Type of match we're in. That's the amount
There's another word I'm looking for. It's my brain is not active right now.
We're playing the duelist on defense.
Yep.
If I wanted to like go peek out and I couldn't come back, but I'm still holding an off angle, is that alright?
I mean, you really gotta try to do it with duelists that have movement abilities that you can kind of get away, right? Like Reyna, Raze, Jet.
So maybe just bring a satchel with me just in case it gets too heated.
Right. But you know, obviously there's gonna be times where you don't have utility, but you still play the off angle. In those moments, you have to just hold your ground, like, cause you understand you're not gonna get away, right? You need to kill as many as possible. Like minimum 1, 2 is a bonus, 3 is like you brought extra value to your team.
So always don't stress. As long as I can get 1, I'm alright.
Yeah, as long as you're getting 1, you it's fine, because you know it's not like you're putting your team at a disadvantage. Especially if you kill like the smoke agent, then they have no smokes, right? So then you actually did more than your job. But if you're doing off angles, yep, you never count them out, guys. Never count them out.
The transfer's beautiful.
But yeah, you just if you can't get out, hold your ground, try to get 1.
And bang, just going a little bit too far forward.
But your first initial thing should be, okay, can I play this off angle? Do I have movement to get away? If you don't, you know, it's not bad too. I still do it too. But you just have to understand that you're not going to get away. You got to just stand your ground and kill people. Or get away as fast as you can. Like, let's say you can kind of like bunny hop away or something like that. There's only 1 or 2 there, right? They kind of whiff or whatever it may be. It's all situational.
I'm cute with a friend. I just ask him to flash for me after I get a kill. Like, stall.
Yeah, right? Like,
I love buddying up with people.
He's so freaking good, man.
Getting 1 kill and then dying on a defense though, isn't that kind of rough? Because then you just kind of give him sight.
Yeah, that actually helps.
Sometimes, yeah.
It looks like a timeout has been called. Last timeout. Another moment to slow things down. Another opportunity to kind of, you know, postulate on what's before us, right? Like, what can we expect in these next couple of rounds?
It's really satisfying having Sentinels be red in the game and Loud be green.
Yep.
Hey, we've been destroying at this B
I don't know why. I feel like. Wait, is Loud color blue?
It's green.
Green.
Well, I mean, in game it's like blue-green, but
yeah, like their jersey colors are like green. Yeah, they're a neon green type of team.
I'm not looking at the moment.
I look so stressed every time I see him.
Opportunity to let the emotions settle a little bit because this is such.
Did they all bleach their hair? Wait,
such a high
that's
pressure
cute.
moment. I mean, Sen, they're down a map right now. We have to keep.
The guy looks like he's sweating, like actually sweating.
It's a
I would
different
imagine
game
so.
when you have that on your back.
It's a stressful game.
You can't let the little things slip away, like what we just saw.
How far into the tournament are we, like, overall?
So that focus that you were talking about from Loud.
Like, what's the bracket?
We can check after this map.
Yeah.
It's like midway. It's a double elimination bracket, so there's a winners loser bracket. This is the winners side. So whoever loses this series will get knocked down to the losers.
Oh, so they still have a chance?
This might be the winners quarter or the winners semifinal. We'll see.
When do the like money prizes start? Like fourth place? Third place?
No, I think they start at like. I think they all make money.
Oh really? Okay, that makes sense.
Like right now, like if you make the stages, I'm pretty sure you make money.
All 4 members holding that left side, waiting for the jump.
Oh, actually no, sorry. So the stages aren't for money. These are to qualify for the Masters event and gain VCT circuit points.
Why does Celsius not have red around him? That was weird. It's like a visual bug.
Oh my god, I think Loud's gonna win, guys.
It's gonna have to be a flooded Pancada.
Hey, what?
Really?
Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh my.
Pancada! Major winner, the best player in the fucking world 3 years ago. This guy is crazy.
That's a demon.
Yeah. Like he's played with the best, right? Like he learns with Aspa, stuff like that, so.
At the perfect moment for Pancada.
You just
You know, back then, you know, in like 2022, 2021, he was considered better than Aspas, actually. People considered him better than Aspas. But now everyone thinks Aspas is better. But the thing is, Pancada hasn't played for the last 2 years. Like 1 year, right? Like in the big stage. He was on the bench for Loud when it was like Aspas, Kawazine, Les, like all those guys. He was a 6-man.
He chose to do that, or they benched him?
I'm not sure what happened there, but something happened there where he became a sub. Like he must have had some personal things going on or something. He's a Valorant champions though. He won champions in 2022.
On what team? Loud?
Loud, yeah.
He just got punished for trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, see. What's the thing with pros? They adjust so quick. Like. You do one thing, it works, they're gonna look for it. Like, it's not gonna work again.
Your economy is fine for the rest of the game. Sentinels, look at their money. If you can break some of these guns, if you could even get 3 guns out, you have a real good chance of securing an advantage in the future rounds.
Oh, how crippling and debilitating that would be. But it doesn't seem like Loud are interested in pursuing that.
I would expect at least Kawazine to go for something. He's 2 off the orb. I mean, if he
I wish they knew no one was there.
The Sova ultimate online, and you're about to be at a tie. So, not thinking too far ahead. We'll see if that Sova ultimate could have helped them in this future round, but that B hit from Sentinels. It doesn't matter if it's Lotus, doesn't matter if it's Pearl. We go B.
They like it, they know what they want to do.
And it's worked more times than not. This time, adjusting the utility, Pancada getting completely flushed out. Sentinels are not.
It's crazy how it was like the same round, but completely different outcomes because they knew.
Yep.
Huge investment there. Tether, the Tejo missiles.
It's almost like identical to the last game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be down to who can really win late game, right? In most video games, in Valorant, whatever game you play, there's always stages: early game, mid game, and a late game. And this is the late game right now. Like whoever makes the mistakes are gonna lose the game, especially in any game. It's not just Valorant. Any game is the late game decision making is the most crucial, because that's where you can know how to capitalize and really punish the enemy team. So here, look, they're rotating B.
We haven't seen
But
Celsius take this time.
Do we know why?
Not sure. They're just predicting.
Oh no, the whiff.
That's kind of good for them though, because like now they think.
So he's kind of going back now. So they've identified it's Celsius. It's a Sentinel. You see how they start moving now? Okay, that's the lurker. Right? Remember what I kind of told you, Pigeon Milker? Like, they've identified that it's the lurk. They kind of know. But now they're waiting to see if it's a re-hit. They're just going to wait. But now they know there are. So they're going to start running A. Look at the Cypher.
This Jet could do so much damage.
They have sight. This guy has to go nuclear. Like, nuclear. And he will. So now he knows. Oh no, he's dead. Oh no.
I know, I kind of want him to die. Oh, that's bad.
So they Cypher ult, they know where everybody is. They know exactly where.
as he gets a second video on the
It's
tree,
2v2.
2v2 in this post plant. John, again, the architect.
Oh
of
my
these
god.
Oh, great.
The brain on this guy just knowing where to spam is insane.
It's insane.
He may have whiffed in the beginning, but he made up for it. Oh boy, did he. Securing that timing on a DG. He's not missing twice in a row. And the full spray down on the players on site, thwarting any attempt of a retake.
That was great.
He always steps up when he needs to for this roster. And you can see how much it meant for him. Full buys across the board. Sova ultimate still not online for Kawanzin. And it's fast A aggression from Sen.
But how far do they go?
How far do they
It
go?
seems like the aggression was only intended for A main. Perhaps to see if DG
How
was posted
good
up with
are
an op
they
on that
to
angle,
bring
but
it back?
The guy talking sounds like Ludwig.
And they cycled the orb onto Zelda.
Do you think?
They're gonna go back
I
deep,
can
potentially
kind
grab
of,
A little bit,
kind of hear it.
We've seen Sentinels do this B hit time and time again. And the only time Loud was able to hold it was Pancata getting a 4K.
they aren't even concerned about the middle of the map. I don't think they've walked in there.
This is such a good call right
The hell
now.
was that?
It's just some added tension music.
Let me just-
Really.
Sorry, I was just trying to.
It's okay.
This is like a random Dark Souls music in the background.
forgot you guys. Yeah.
It's okay.
Gotta get out of here,
Oh,
man.
This could be the right cross that puts Loud away. DG's not able to use that op. Forced into lighter weaponry. Pancata weak. Pancata dead. And again, Loud not still really allowed to play the round.
You can't save this time, Doug.
Kawanzin one off of his ult. Keep a close eye on that.
Imagine being like on a 1v1 and you're on 11, they're on 12.
Trying to get a kill and does. Vinny falls now. 3 remain for Loud.
Pressure would kill me.
Second, he's gonna go exploring. He's gonna play this really aggressively on the other side of the smoke. Spotting a
Oh my god!
GG.
puts them away. We're going the distance.
Going the distance. Crazy game. Going map 3, boys.
13-11. 13-11.
What an assassination. No hesitation. Pure instinct. Zekin. What a presence in the server.
You talk about wanting to play with confidence. You talk about wanting to take your timings and go make plays. Yeah. Yeah.
From the start, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Solo A main taking 50-50s. Even when he gets flashed, he was staying in there. Closes it out. That B hit is just too strong from the side of Sentinels. Pancata, I mean, he had no idea what to do against all that utility. Played in so many times, got punished for it time and time.
It was just too much. I think it's such a big ask. There's no way. We do have one more map to decide it all. We're gonna take a quick break, but when we return, the desk will break down map 2. They'll get us all hot and bothered for map 3. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Is Pearl like
We'll
an
be right
Astra
back.
map?
Yep.
For controllers? Why is that? Just because.
I mean, it just takes. It's hard to smoke on this map, right? It's so big. Like the smokes has to stand and spawn to be able to smoke both sides on this map. That's why Astra's so good. She can smoke any site from anywhere.
And Omen too, right?
No, he's like a distant.
Okay, I'll BRB. There's a little bit of break. It's gonna be like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Guys, go do your things.
Can we see the bracket real quick when you're
Yeah.
back? Or now?
So they're here. It's upper finals. So it's
Oh, Cloud9 lost?
they lost.
Looks like it, yeah.
They lost
G9's
to
like
G2.
my favorite team. D9 and Sin.
Really? They're
Yeah.
ass, bro.
I like Oxy. I just like Oxy.
So it's G2 and Leviathan.
Oxy's
right
good.
after this.
The one, yeah, it's G2 after. I'm pretty sure. Yep. This is gonna be a crazy, crazy game, guys.
Why is that?
Because G2 is considered top 2 in NA, and Leviathan, pretty good team. They have Demon 1, Tex, Calm, King. Like, bro, these guys are monsters.
Total winnings 500,000. Oh my god.
Sorry?
I was looking at the total winnings.
I mean, they split that between all of them, though.
I mean, Sentinels have 1 million, but this is the team, right? So.
Yeah.
All right.
And some of
my
these...
team ready to.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say my team. I'm doing comp right now.
Yeah.
We have 2 duelists, a smoke, and a chamber. What would really I play here, and how would
Initiator.
I play them?
But okay, I'll BRB, okay? I'll just, like, I'll be back when the game starts.
Yeah, find him.
What the fuck is going on with my fucking Discord shit, bro?
Ooh, Snipe Show. Get it with your large pizza only at Pizza Pizza.
Measure smokes, okay? Yeah. So that's gonna be. We're gonna save that for
I've been on
last.
one of my better ones. Damn it.
Okay, so.
Normally I'm good with smokes.
It's okay. You'll learn.
Prêt à jouer? Prêt. Allez, joue, s'il te plaît. On est gonflé à bloc. Émotion forte au rendez-vous. Ça, c'est moi? Oh oui. Wow! Wow! Hey! Wow, là, wow. Hey, c'est chaud, là. La game vient de changer. Et plaisir garanti. Yes! C'est énormément le fun! Je trouve ça malade. Bien joué, bien joué, bien joué. Merci. À quoi tu joues? Vendredi 18h à Télé-Québec. Aussi sur le web et l'appli, c'est gratuit.
Faz aqui ainda pronta. Foi cancelado! This is it. The now commander sent them up, and instantly around the corner, Zelsa's waiting. Oh!
Hit it. I used it, okay? Bro, this is fucking pissing me off, bro.
All right, everyone, and welcome back as Sentinels pick up a 13-11 win, and you can see the Sentinels boys getting their sustenance as they're getting ready for this next
bananas,
matchup.
though.
What was it?
Yeah, I saw Twizzlers. I saw a bunch of just candies.
What kind of irresponsible crap is that?
It's a sugar high. We need new stats. Sugar versus potassium. Which one's the better matchup?
I would imagine potassium.
I've never been a pro player, Emily.
What are you talking about here?
Actually, Vans, you're fired.
Sorry.
There you go. All right, well, let's go ahead, though, seriously, and jump into what we just saw. Because, you know, Emily, it felt like we were getting the same thing that we were seeing in map 1. We were getting it again in map 2. Loud was looking good. The first half was looking solid for them. It did fall apart in the end, but you were definitely seeing some great ideas from Loud in the beginning.
No, literally, what a map. I'm so glad Sen was able to bring it back, first of all, to keep my 2-1 prediction alive. But I just wanted to point out, Loud's attack, especially Vinny's calls, like, I think he had perfect calls, honestly, the whole half. Even in the rounds that we didn't end up winning, it was just phenomenal. He was able to take the space that he needed, get the bomb down. It was mostly where we fell apart was in the post plant.
I mean, you bring up a great point because that was something that we highlighted at the beginning of this matchup. How would Vinny call against a prolific IGL such as John Cutie, where now he gets to call on the attack side first? The way that he took map control at the very beginning and pushing Zekin away from these early spots on Yoru allows then, or forces Sentinels to play a little bit more passive, a little bit more reactive. And that's where you're going back to these rounds I wanted to bring up, where Sentinels just wanted, they had to play more reactionary, but at the same time, they had to start playing those retakes. And those retake protocols are really good. So when you go back to the calling of how Vinny plays here and identifies the teams moving through, well, how Sentinels comes back with not only on the protocols of retakes, but on the ultimates that they were able to scale from round to round, really allowed for them to look at that. Like, I mean, it's just Sentinels almost even on flawless rounds getting retake rounds at the same time against Loud. Nothing really that they could do, and Sentinels needed that because once Loud took the defensive side, it started getting very very difficult when DigiZine had the opt-out.
Yeah, and there were a few moments where we were seeing, Emily, right? Like, they were just stuck with, you know, the most massive gun in their hands they possibly could hold, but not a gun that they need to get back into the site because of the way that everything is played out. Do you feel like at some point maybe put that op away, focus a bit more just on getting those rifles?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, especially going into the, like, pointing out Sentinels. I said on the first map that I feel like their fundamentals, their basics were lacking. All the strats was there. They were doing most things right with their util and their comp. Here, I feel like they really brought it all together, which made it very hard for Loud.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it was a good good talk with Coach Kaplan over there, right? A good stern discussion. Maybe whip those boys into shape. Who knows, though? Of course, Loud currently tied up now 1-1 as we get ready for map number 3. Let's go and talk about it because it's split. Now, Loud will be on the defensive first here. But Emily, I want to start with you because you and I have been talking a lot about this this split game. You have some opinions. I want to get your thoughts on this.
This map I am so excited for. I was hoping it would go into a map 3 just because of their comps, right? They both run the Teo Breach, at least from the past games that they've had streamed. The only difference is Sentinels runs double controller, whereas I would say Loud runs a more standard comp with the double innie. So I'm just excited to see how it plays out. Hopefully to see some rounds on defense from Sentinels.
I definitely want to know what the preparation for Loud would be going to this one because as the coach mentioned going to the first map interview with Liz, they have practiced against enough Teo compositions. They know what to bring out, what to expect. And on the side of Sentinels, as much as it was their map where they were really good on in the past too, they were thrown in for a loop against 100 Thieves. And even Kaplan, after that interview when they lost map 1 against 100 Thieves, mentioned in the interview that the Sage actually threw him for a loop. So as much practice that you could put into that one, if you're not prepared into what the game plan is to anti-strat you like 100 Thieves did, there's a great opportunity for Loud to really take this to the 2-1 that you predicted.
And I can't wait to see it happen.
And I will say though, it's quite surprising that, you know, and I actually didn't even say surprising, maybe that's the improper word. I think it's actually great to see how much work Loud have put in to work against these Teo compositions that they know that they were going to be running into because, you know, Sentinels have been very public and straightforward. John QT's running what's-his-face, so Teo. So it's like, is there, Emily, a possibility here where that could potentially backfire? Could Sentinels maybe throw a spanner into the works here?
I think so. Possibly, if they fix the issues from that map with, I believe it was against Crew.
Yeah.
But I still have to vote Loud here. I still do. The double innie beats the double controller for me.
Yeah, I think going back to that game as well, when you're trying to see how DigiZine could actually build, like we talked about it in just that, in the MVP rather, in the head-to-head. DigiZine, we were basically saying that Loud could live or die by the sword with DigiZine bringing out an operator as soon as possible. But he was rifling like a king going in that second map on Pearl. So to see now that DigiZine has proven to us doubters of DigiZine that he's actually a complete duelist for Loud, this actually brings a lot of heavy firepower for a team like Loud on split that could really go toe-to-toe against that Zekin as a rifler as well.
Oh, look, if there's one thing that we've gathered from
so
this
why
series
I don't
we
like
are
to
in
accept
for barn
PayPal as a
burner.
payment
Map 3
gateway
coming
is
up
because
next.
of
It's gonna be
two
split.
things. Number
Who walks
one, you
away
know,
as the winner?
PayPal,
Who
if you
moves
make a
on
lot of
in
money on
this
PayPal,
competition? We'll
they'll
catch you
start
guys in just a
holding
little
your
bit. Don't
money. Number two, if you make recurring money like I do on PayPal, they could freeze it up and then screw you. Instead, use, you know, Braintree, use Stripe, use another merchant system where you can accept people's credit cards. So if something does happen, you can take that card information and go to a different merchant. Does that make sense? So why I don't like to accept PayPal as a payment gateway is because of two things. Number one, you know,
This is so fucking bullshit.
If map 1 and map 2 were any indication of what map 3 holds, we are in for a good time. I'm Doug. With me on the call is Dre. We're going to turn our attention over to Split now, where you expect to see a lot of the breach, a lot of the Deho, but the one wrinkle that I guess isn't really a wrinkle because we've seen it the last two maps is Sentinels love to run the Yoru with it.
Yeah, and it's looked great. I mean, this composition is basically what they're dying by the sword on. I mean, they've ran this so many times before. The key difference here is Zelsis is now on the Viper, which we've seen him dominate on this map. And I think it's very, very tough if you're allowed to deal with not only the same utility that you already have, but now the lurk timings that Zelsis is taking. And with him being in the form that he's at after that last map and the confidence that he got on those lurk timings, we've seen him really slip through the net on this Viper on split.
We'll see how things go this time around. You see the comps on the screen. You know the map. All that is left to do is figure out who's going to walk away on top. This map, this series, excuse me, has been a gift from beginning to end. 2 13-11s. I mean, we can only hope. We can only hope.
It's been awesome. And a big key to success, if you're Loud right now, is 2E's needs to start getting those cool trip kills, like those cool trip setups that we saw. We didn't see too much of that on Pearl. Keep in mind that is a way more open map than Lotus, but here on Split, there's a lot of interesting trips that you could put down on the ground, and he needs to start switching up his trips, put one aggressive, put one back, have a trap play behind it. We gotta see how deep the playbook is for Loud if they wanna have a chance, because this map of Split is Sentinel's home ground.
Riot Games Arena, you have been a treat. I have enjoyed sharing this moment with you so much, but we still have a little bit more to go. Again, Split will be the scene where we figure out who walks away on top.
Pissing me off, bro.
This just felt like a heavyweight fight in every sense of the word. And I think, again, there were a lot of questions about how Loud would perform up against Sentinels. Yeah, you bested EG, but it's EG. Yeah, you bested Crew.
But it's Crew.
But it's Crew. But lo and behold, they're answering the call yet again. Already, DG getting active, taking space.
Off the rip.
Looking to push the pace. And he's left with a headache on the other side. Meanwhile, there's a lot on the other side of the smoke.
All right.
Able to handle all of the pressure. They swing him, they don't.
Oh, God.
Anyway, another ridiculous moment from Kawanzin.
And these are the type of plays you're going to have to make if you want to send Sentinels to the lower bracket.
Yep. And you need more.
The team play from Sen, it's just too good. You have to catch them off guard in any way, whether that's a trip, whether that's you being around a smoke, especially on a pistol round, which is so important in Valorant. Oh, Pancata.
Kawanzin again in a position to take a third, lands the dink, but that light armor is the difference maker there.
Tough luck, man. Zelsis, though, he does upgrade to a ghost off of that, so he could still do some damage here. The defense is spread kind of thin. I don't know if that caught him or not.
30 seconds left.
I think it may have.
Yeah, I think they saw him. The scan didn't suppress him or whatever, but I do believe they saw where he was.
Saw him on that. Vinny in B main, he's having to jiggle back and forth, but the fight will be here towards that A site. Good tail to be able to drop down.
Again, good night. I mean, if it's not Kawanzin, it's Pancata. Unreal pistols from those two.
A devastating off angle both times. Kawanzin alone as Sky in mid, getting two there. It's borderline criminal, but you just don't expect it if you're Sentinels. Why would a Sky be playing alone in a smoke?
Yeah,
or around a smoke in mid.
Absolutely.
These are things that throw you off your game that don't make sense, but pistol rounds, I mean, you could do anything you really want.
Right, a pistol's a wild, wild west.
At John QT, the second most
that boy likes
Tejo player.
Yeah, that boy likes his Tejo.
Yeah, DRX has literally ran it on every single map. A great nade. Dang, almost getting taken out by that, but an outlaw is found out from the side of Sen, so it was flushed out. Good reaction so far from Loud. Off of that, all that mid pressure from Sentinels, there was a dog all the way through A, and look at the mini-map. Kawanzin is already flanking.
A spit at the feet of Vinny. Cannot persist, cannot push forward, has to take a step back. Meanwhile, Sentinels now trying to take the fight out onto the site. Zekin's gonna fall. John will as well. And it's
Jesus.
Ace.
Oh my god. Still let him have it.
Let him have it.
Pancata absolutely teeing off on that B site. But he needs to be careful, Doug, because if he's still playing in spots like that, when there's actual utility behind and weaponry behind.
I'm so cheesed. My Discord link got, I don't know what happened, but I have to replace all the links on all the videos and all the VODs. So dumb.
Oh, your link expires at the time.
So yeah, it looked cool.
Even if I put never expire?
But let's see if you can do it when it actually
Yeah, sometimes it just tweaks.
That is so dumb.
And he might.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
he really might.
It's just so
That's a
unfortunate.
fair ask. I do think they were equal strikes, but he
So
does have the ult now.
unfortunate.
In round 3. They're opening a firing squad onto Sentinels. There has to be some sort of response here. And
If they win this round, it's huge, guys.
This is not the start you want if you're Sentinels. You've gotten caught off guard 2 rounds in a row now. And
It's really bad if they lose this round. It'll be 4-0.
This one being the bonus. Pistol and bonus. Just not ready for the aggressiveness of Loud. These weird spots that they're playing in. Have to bring it back. That's a good start from Narrate.
He knows where the other one is, too. And taking heroics just to get it to a 2v3.
It almost feels like a must-win round right now for Sentinels to be able to have some play in this attacking side.
They clear the trip. They flash out towards heaven. 2Es posted up. Crosshair trained.
And get the kill.
And DG not far off. Meanwhile, Vinny's starting to rotate over, but the round might be over by the time he arrives. Zelsis in a 1v3. Now spotted by the Roomba. Having to swing his way back in. Again, just so uncomfortable. You got the Roomba, you've got the dart, you know that the walls are closing in.
If there's a guy that can win this, it's Zelsis.
Opportunity to pull this off. The swing is too wide. The shots are too clean.
Not today, boys.
He was in the flow state right there. He was so aware of every single
And
angle
girl,
Loud
boys
could
and
be
girl.
coming from. But it was the double up at the end there from Loud. That was just too much. He did this with a Spectre on top of it. That's 2 rounds in a row where Kawanzin has gotten the most impactful 2K I think I've ever seen in a VCT.
So, it put me in flats and diamond lobbies.
It just doesn't make sense.
Good.
That should be traded instantly.
No idea why. I literally am wrong. Why did it put me here?
Well, are they like former plat and diamond, or are they like actively plat and diamond? Because it's pretty different.
It might be former. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check after this game, but
is it the Dorito, like the triangle?
I'm not sure. This is they're saying the diamond and flats. I don't know.
Like your teammates said that?
Teammates, yeah.
They probably were checking like their trackers or something.
It's probably just like one flat, one peak.
Yeah, probably.
Stepping in front of the salvos.
That just means that they're really down bad, and
Like
maybe they're
are
gonna
like
tilt.
Immortal Ascendant peak. It's stupid.
Yeah, I had two Ascendant 1 on my team at one.
Like
just for no reason. Yeah, active Ascendant 1.
I'll update you later. I'm gonna go back on definite focus.
They weren't good though. They were like really bad. Apparently they were trying to throw. Like they were trying to drop.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with like my account on Valorant, but it feels so bad. Like I can't aim on it. But then I'm playing on a different account, it works.
No, I feel that. I have an alt, and like I feel like my aim's better on it.
I think that's because you're stressed, man. You're worried.
It's the same rank as my main.
It's the placebo effect, guys. It's the placebo.
No, it's like deadass my game feels so bad. Like it feels
I'm
so
like slightly
bad.
settings.
What the hell? I've never heard of that before.
Oh, that sucks. Did you see that whiff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, you whiffed.
Everyone's whiffing.
Tragedy avoided, he says.
That was a different
I'm
kind of
having
tragedy,
brain
yeah.
drops.
I do want Loud to win this. I feel like they've been doing so well.
Money isn't really all that great.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're Zelsis or Narrate, you could trade off that orb, get closer to that ultimate. I mean, Sentinels have some really heavy-hitting ults that are about to become online.
This was a big round for Sentinels. Like they kind of have to win this round, or they're just gonna start Loud. It will just start snowballing.
It's for the best. You don't need to stomp.
That recipe for success.
Right, between the breach stun and then
Yeah, it's
salvos,
flourished.
the salvos off of the Yoru ult. I mean, it's free.
I just feel like Sen are gonna go to B.
Wait,
next
Barks, do you
round.
think I should lower my sense?
What's your sense at?
0.58 on 800 DPI.
0.58 on 800 DPI.
Wait.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that high. I'm like I used to be 0.48 at 800. I'm at 0.4 now, so it's not that much difference from me, but it is fast. Like
I like converted my Fortnite sense, so like.
True. Yeah, I mean it's.
I don't even think it's fully accurate. It doesn't feel the same.
But you have to understand, like higher sense, it takes longer to get used to, and / get like really good aim with higher sense, because your aim is like able to move around fast, but the precision falls off so hard, especially with higher sense, that you have to practice the precision a lot with higher senses, or you'll never be precise.
There's so much utility that's going to be thrown
I'm
his
already
way.
precise. It don't matter.
Sure, some people
I
might be, some
converted
people
my
might not be.
I converted my rough disc originally to
When I
Valorant.
try
It
to
was
use like
like
slow
0.8.
sense, I can't aim.
That's just the trade-off, though. Like higher sense, you're not gonna be as precise as someone that's playing with 0.3. Like they're just gonna be way more precise than you. Obviously, you can train it to be precise, but someone that will train their low sense, it will just be always more precise than a higher sense.
Discipline out from the boys
You think I should lower it?
No, it's all preference, bro. Like if it works for you, it works for you. Like
this is huge
those are one of those things where you just can't copy a pro's sense and then think you're gonna become a pro. Like it's all preference and your weaknesses and strengths and stuff like that in terms of your aim mechanics.
Such an amazing Yoru ultimate from Zekin. He cleared out so much space, gave so much information to John QT. And that B heaven split, the utility was on point. DG Zin gets bombed out, can't even get a kill in B main, and then he also just gets wrapped. You cannot play B side against this execute that Sentinel.
So Sentinel's just kind of stopping the bleeding. This is really good.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Look at these salvos. How does he know every time? He just, it's just in his brain.
Just barely off the mark too.
He really does always put his missiles exactly where they are.
Who does?
But that's an off guard.
They're Teho.
They got good utility usage.
He did that on Pearl too, with like Sova connector.
Pancada overstayed his welcome. He had two in front of him, waited for the third. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Alright, I'm kind of finished with that.
Tough spot to be in. So here we go into the next Sentinels with the 3 ults that we were talking about, and Op still in the hands of TJ.
Okay, the pigeon milker leavers here.
I'm right here.
Okay. Oh, I thought you left. Sorry.
A great stealth bot.
He's got to be careful here.
This is a big round here.
Wisely taking a step back.
Oh, the Phantom diff.
Forward in his defense.
Oh, you got traded though.
Get away after getting one, but fails.
Oh, bang, it's just so good. Like, look at that angle. He didn't even see him and like barely saw him and he just got instantly deleted.
These site executes from Sentinels. There's really no spots left unchecked. And now the
you know, Split, I think in ranked games more of the times are defense sided, but a lot, you know, I've seen a lot of pro games and I noticed that it's usually kind of attack sided favored on pro play.
You're gonna get spammed back into all of the phantoms that Sentinels are using.
4 phantoms.
So even with that, you don't really win that fight.
Because they're just so good. Pros are just so good.
The coordination.
Just team play overall, right? They don't really care about like side advantages. They just know what's good. Like they'll execute properly, stuff like that.
They were down 4-0.
Ouch.
Timeout was not called, so Kaplan was not a part of the conversation.
At least they saved the op.
This really well to get Sentinels back in the game.
Kind of big.
And to be fair, the rounds that they lost, it's not like it was the call that was bad. It was just a little bit of blunders in the micro of it.
Yeah.
Peeking out a little bit too
Wait, so
early.
whoever wins this game wins like the thing, right? Where's the one by two?
The tie break.
But they've done a great job to get
like
their
collided.
back in their favor after losing the pistol, losing the bonus. And now they've done a great job of using ultimates on key rounds.
Nice call, man. Really nice call. Nice call.
Again, a little bit of credit being given to the IGL.
And Daps. John's so laser focused, he's not even looking at Zekin.
He's locked
Is John Kids either IGL?
I think so. Could be wrong. I think it's probably gonna be narrate, to be honest.
Start, but now starting to get punished.
I could be wrong though. I haven't been really keeping up too much with like IGL roles and stuff like that, but
Narrate took over Tenz's role.
okay, so he's like the controller, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Zelsis. It's like Zelsis and probably a little bit of John Cutie, a little bit of narrate.
I could see it being John.
Because I know narrate kind of IGL'd for Carmine Corp.
You can get stunned by 2 different characters. This comp has so much utility to deal with.
But it's probably Zelsis, because he's playing the Sentinel role as well, so
It's insane
I would
how
assume
Sentinels
it's
are able to
Zelsis.
innovate on this map of Split.
Loud investing into this round here. Bulldog, light armor on a couple of members, buying up around the op. 3 rounds in a row for the attack.
So far, Loud have paired up a lot of this breach and DG's in behind it. And it kind of makes it obvious of what's going on for John QT.
Yeah, they've been attached at the hip, what feels like every round.
Oh. B haven't taken in the first 15 seconds. Bang, he takes some friendly fire, but he's got this angle.
A lot of friendly fire. No
done.
heal to speak of either. So keep a close eye on that. Meanwhile, you've got Pancata, who's trying to anchor out onto the site. Tui's playing close by, trying to cut off any sort of rotation. There's Pancata on the swing. Only able to find 2, but DG has arrived. The spike's still not out on the site. Narrate with the payload in tow. They know that DG's on the close angle, tries to flash off the op and does. So he's found safe passage across. Meanwhile, Zelsis.
Oh, this is a crazy spot.
That's up really close. What a shot from DG.
How did he lose that?
Yeah, I know. DG Zed's too good.
Himself turning around on the flash, but still keeps his position hidden.
Oh, he almost won that.
Loud take the round.
That's a big round by Loud.
I feel like they're gonna win this one.
It's gonna come down to the wire. Like the last 2 maps have all been like 10-10, 11-10. It's definitely gonna be a really close game.
And he played that so well, biding his time. I mean, 2 players not looking at him. He could have gotten that third. The follow-up rocket from DGZ, and he might be the only opper other than Kong who goes for op plays like that.
Yeah, like jumping peaks like that. I mean, that's like, that's ranked.
And it seems like he always lands it too, which is crazy. And now, I believe this is a quick answer back at Sentinel's timeout. Timeout after timeout. This is just how this.
Do you only get 1 timeout or is it 2?
I believe it's 2 for the whole game. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 2 per game though.
That would make sense, like 1 per half.
It's been an absolute war in the server.
I know that if you use all your timeouts, you can't use anymore. That's for sure.
We saw 2Es in that last round.
Do they get a timeout when the other team does, or do they not get to talk to their coach?
No, they do. It's a timeout for both teams.
Moment now for these players to.
These guys are locked
breathe.
in.
Settle a little bit.
What's like the amount you win if you win the whole tournament? Do you win any money or is it like a?
Well, this is just staged. This is kickoff, so this is you top 2 in each region go to Bangkok.
Yeah.
So they're just playing. They're not playing for money right now. Well, like essentially they are. Like if you make the major, you're gonna make money, right? But they're essentially just trying to place into the tournament. You need to be top 2 in your region.
Whether that's a breach C's or anything, but they had no B main control that entire split. They kind of just ran it down B heaven. And I kind of like the pacier rounds from Sen.
The op again in the hands of DG with Vinny close by.
I like this angle too. He's playing a more passive approach here. Something we saw Ye used to do on Chamber quite a bit.
Off of the flash, one has been cleared.
They're holding the angles pretty tight.
But the shot does not connect from
They're
DG.
holding them tight.
The nade will buy a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Like close to the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or they're off angles, right?
Fight ensuing mid, the paranoia is out.
Because you're not, I explained this to almost all of my students so far. It's like you don't want to be out in the open holding an angle. Like you're gonna get instantly traded, especially in these ranks, like these lobbies. This is a pro lobby, but higher level lobbies, same thing. Can't just be out in the open. You're gonna get instantly traded, even if you're a Jet or a Reyna or whatever. Like
choosing to wait. Meanwhile, you've got Narrate, who's gonna be on this late lurk. And
these guys are disciplined as fuck.
Numbers away the defense, but the attack has already gotten.
So you see how they're kind of waiting, Pigeon Milker, like on the retake?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of what we kind of talked about yesterday too. It's like don't just run in there by yourself. Just wait, right? See how they're playing together, they're trading together, right?
Oh my.
Oh! How does he lose that?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy's... He quick scoped him. He wasn't scoped in when he dropped down.
They're doing so many like jump peeks, but like not like.
That was
If they're-
fucking
do you know what I
nasty.
mean? like it's not like a jump.
Well,
peek,
he
but, like,
just
it's
jumped
big into
down,
the
right?
peak.
He jumped down from rafters.
Well, not him. The other two.
Well, yeah. So in pro
thing.
play, the first person always jumps out.
Really?
Yep. If there's a smoke there, they'll always jump out first. Like the first guy will just jump out, like jiggle jump out, or like wide jump out. Because they know people are holding it. They want people to start aiming at the guy jumping out, and people come behind them and they instantly trade that guy. That's just how pros do it. They're solid, right? They think on a different level than the average ranked players, even Radiant players. You see it in Radiant though, Radiant lobbies for sure. Like
Getting
maybe
a deep dog here is a crazy fun.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I just thought it was so funny the way the commentators were talking about the dog.
Get a lot of value with this, baiting out those cipher chips that are on the ground.
Vinny has ult.
Oh.
This guy's reaction time is crazy.
Not even that.
So good,
He predicted the jump peak. Like he put his crosshair to where he's gonna jump instead of holding a tight angle or a wide swing angle. Like this guy's sick, bro. DGZ.
Get away, but the spike is dropped.
So Zekken has the bomb. So now they know they're probably going B. You see them all looking B, right? They kind of know. They picked up the bomb as well, and the trip broke. So they hear the flash. They hear the Yoru flash. But look at the flank. Look at DGZ.
Look at DGZ in B main.
Yeah, the benefit of having the numbers.
He's taking so much space. This is all the information they need. Guys, I have a flank. Just wait. So look at them heaven. They're not going to just run down mindlessly by themselves one by one. They're waiting for the flank. They're waiting for this guy. So now he pings them. Yo, guys, he's backside. He's backside. Stuck backside, right? Now they can start deducting. Hell's clear. They're going to clear box, right? New box.
Oh,
now,
oh.
there's a guy that can win in second.
Can Zekken deliver? A fake TP, and now Zekken creeping forward. Quietly.
Pros don't fake.
He's waiting close by.
That's gonna hop it.
He's gonna stick it all the way.
No!
Ace.
That was a great play.
Ace.
I buy power ace.
That's an insane ace. What the fuck?
That was an insane
That's
ace.
great.
That was a 1v4.
He turned 4 separate.
They kind of peeked him one by one, didn't they?
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of. I mean, they just whiffed though.
I mean,
Well,
his
he
shots
also,
were
like,
just.
isolated them.
That's the thing with like just deleting people. They don't have reaction time. They can't trade you. Look how fast he killed those guys. If he took an extra second on any of those shots, he's dead. He was 50 HP. But he instantly deleted them once they peeked him. Instant deletion. That's what the pros are good at. That's what having good aim will help you do.
The implications of that 1v5. Look at the economy. That was the
So they're gonna buy for last round of the half for Loud.
You can't make it up.
Their money's fucked, so they have to save.
Sen now have a chance to even the score.
Rounds like that are what separate good players from great ones. Yeah,
Yep.
you know you're consistently going to be good, but there's going to come a time where your team calls upon you to make a play.
This
And as you were
this
saying,
comes
the
under.
economy is now busted.
Oof.
They cannot stand against this fight. Zekken fully TPing forward. Pancata and DG nowhere to go. They're done.
They're just mowed down. That Yoru clone. It's been putting in so much work.
Loud being pushed from pillar to post here. Sentinels will get to 5.
A great follow-up round.
A
Emotions
lot
can
of
be
that was
riding
Zekken
high after
again.
seeing your teammates do something like that. To settle it down though, right after. Secure the follow-up round that you should win. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
And they did a great job doing it.
Because that's the window for them to snatch that momentum right back away, to take the wind out of your sails. It's navigated well.
Narrate now, one off the breach ult. Armageddon online, Yoru ultimate online. Almost every time Zekken has used Yoru ult in VCT, Sentinels have converted.
He's going to get the opportunity at it again. The TP forward, they know where 1 is.
Get out of there, buddy.
The stun, they know. He's found a second too.
This Armageddon can take that whole line out.
He's certainly going to try. Ult invested, Zekin on the swing. Meanwhile, DJ trying to counter back with an ult of his own.
Zekin is heating up a little bit.
Kill's not found. Pancada's gone unchecked.
Can Pancada hold it down again?
Is this another discipline moment that goes
Oh.
again unchecked, unconsidered? Pancada's able to get one. Now the suck finally spammed through. Pancada dead.
3v3.
3v3 and everything settles on the map. John playing close by, utility
Ooh,
out.
the
GG's able
timing.
to find why Vinny is,
By Vinny, but he whiffed.
That's all it is. And with 45 seconds left on the round, they're choosing, they want to take a walkabout.
And it's the right play. Footsteps can't be heard from that.
They're gonna
far
start
away.
running A, but they're gonna run into the Cypher
Yeah,
setup.
there's some Cypher utility here, but it'll buy enough time for
So
Sentinels
this is
to
kind of
potentially
like,
get into
you see
Cypher,
how they're kind of
set
just
up a
playing
decent
together,
pull,
right? They're
but
they're
Celsius
grouped up.
is one off of that Viper's pit.
Last round of the half, too, and again,
they have to get
So
ahead of
they
this.
just
Loud
they
wants
just
to win
know.
this round,
They
'cause
just
that
know.
Viper's
They're
gonna
like
be so
they didn't
hard
really
to
hear
take
them
into.
running too. They're just like, okay, they're going in. But
Triple
now they
bullets
hear
up
them
for Celsius.
obviously.
No way.
that
Ooh.
shot's way too far out. Now he's left in a 1v1.
Now he knows 1v1.
Invested,
Oh, Viper.
spike down. He's gonna rush it. He's gonna bum rush it. Not able to hit the spam.
Oh.
Switches to the second.
That was so close.
Celsius walks away on top.
Did you hear the commentator said he's gonna bum rush it? He's gonna bum rush it.
Sentinels bring it back after what was a terrible start to this first half of split.
Was it 0-4 at the start?
I think it was 4-0, yeah.
I think so.
What good resilience shown from this squad. What a shot, man.
And then that right there, the finisher.
Not panicking when he's getting full sprayed down. He knew he had that in the bag.
I love Delta's little, like, time moment.
Another banger. We're gonna take a quick break, get an opportunity to catch our breaths. We'll see you guys on the other side of this.
The other side. Oh, that screen in the middle is so sick. On
I
the
wonder if
floor.
they can see it though. Like, won't it like if they're putting the game on there? Like, that's kind of like what the fuck.
Oh no, I meant the one on the floor.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the.
Nah, it's like you can get like disqualified. You get
Yeah, but
caught
like,
looking at
why
them.
put it there? Like,
ready.
it's, I don't know. This is how I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that.
Back in the early esports days, they especially in like Dota 2 and stuff, they used to have booths. So like, it's kind of like soundproofs and shit, and like.
Would they like try to soundproof it, right? Because otherwise the crowd like
I
adds
don't
to
think
it.
it's actually soundproof. in my
No, it's their
opinion.
headsets. They got these, yeah, they got their fat like ear muffs on.
Because I watch Chinese Kickoff, and like there's so many rounds where the crowd is just yelling, and then the player knows what's going on, right? Like
You just like turn
bro,
around.
like yeah, like no, it's you'll see it in some of the Chinese games, because the
I've
crowd
seen
is
it in
super
some of the
loud.
NA ones too.
Like it's so dumb. Like they can obviously hear the crowd and like kind of reaction. So when it's like big crucial moments and the crowd's going crazy, like the player kind of gets a sense of what's going on, right? Like, they need to be in
That's
booths
great.
where they don't hear anything, like at least.
Or just the crowd has to be quiet.
Yeah, but you're not gonna silence the crowd, right? Like that kills the hype. If you tell them they can't cheer, that's kind of like.
Yeah.
So here they're starting A, but where the bomb is positioned, they're obviously not gonna go A. It's a little bit of a fake, but Sentinels is reading this.
That's all it is for now.
Dog up mid gives a lot of information. Too loud that no one's playing in that vent area. That gives them the
So usually it's always a Viper playing mid with the orb. So now Narrate sees him. He's 1 HP. He's gonna start backing up. They might stack the site here.
Counter stun to buy some time.
Rotations are already coming
They're
in.
going through mid. Oh
If
fuck! I
they
love
try
this.
to head back B, Zelsis has a really good line here.
Wait, did he just bounce on the ground? No.
Celsius, he's so good at anchoring these spots. He's
Yeah, it looked like
spotting
it.
with a molly. It's gonna delay a lot. He might even be
Oh,
able
I
to
think
get
he's
some
silent
pop shots
dropped.
into somebody that's vulnerable. Get the kill.
So now he sees 1B main.
Has to take a step back too.
They molly it.
So many members.
Oh my god.
And he still gets a kill off of it.
So they gotta kind of go. They got Loud kind of have to go right now. They're stuck in a bad spot. They have to go.
John is close eye, but he's been smoked off. The missiles are so good. Don't forget about taking the fight. The utility makes the difference.
I think Loud might lose.
A desperately needed pistol. The way of Sentinels.
Like they were in a bad
Alright,
spot. They hesitated way too long. They should just.
One of the best to ever
They
do
should
it.
just wet.
He holds
But
these
they're waiting out the
sunrounds on
molly.
Omen, Astro, whatever it may be, Viper sometimes. This
They
time
could've
with
even
the
just
controller
rotated.
duo,
Tails so good.
They locked down B.
30 seconds.
I like they killed each other.
They look distraught. DG's in, not even looking at Bang in that moment.
Yeah, DG's in kind of threw that round. He's got to instantly trade him.
You could feel a shift right now for Sen.
That shift has never really come through. I mean, the whole series, neither team has been able to create enough separation, really run away with the map.
This is their map, man. This is, when you think of Sentinels, you think of Split, how they've innovated 2 years in a row. Meta-defining compositions, meta-defining gameplay. Some info gathered.
He's got the paranoia at the ready.
Uh-oh. It might be an eco.
Oh, excuse me. It was a smoke. The spam coming through. Vinny now down. And this should be, barring something silly, a pretty clear and pretty clean.
They actually could have won that eco.
Right now, Bang and Zelsis have locked down this B site.
If they killed Bang there, they probably would have.
Cannot mess with them here. And that's going to play a factor in Loud's heads. They might feel like they're forced to go mid or A. And that might make it so they play straight into a trap setup.
Yeah, I fixed the Discord link on all my videos and people started joining. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
But that was so unfortunate. It was like that for a day, I guess. 1 or 2 days.
But the way that these two are playing off of one another, opening up opportunities for each other to get kills in the round.
Zekin's going crazy.
Yeah, he's heating up.
Very good right now.
What is he on now?
Very, very
14-8.
14-8. On Yoru.
I mean, that ace.
Yoru's not that easy of a agent to play too.
DGZ is also kind of catching up though.
Yeah. He's definitely their superstar. But like, look at Zekin. Like,
That's about as clean as it gets.
And that was a similar
that's
shot
a
to what he
huge
missed
kill.
on Pearl, if you recall. On B long, this time he
This round is super important. It's either gonna be 9-6.
Pause for a
sorry,
moment and reconsider
10-6, or it's gonna be 9-7.
Rethink the approach. Without their initiator, without one of their go buttons.
Good utility use so far from Loud. Yes, you're down a man, but still, they were able to push Zekin all the way back into that screens area.
I feel like I don't usually see raises off.
Problem. You're gonna run into B again.
Is it normal?
Zelsis have been phenomenal at holding this.
In ranked, it's obviously not common, but in Radiant Pro Play, they do on raise because she has a movement ability to get away after you get the first kill.
I would just think it's so slow that they would just shoot her in the head.
Well, their movement is so good, right? That they're able to just use the satchel right away and boom, boom, boom.
You kind of have to gamble here. Narrate. He can't.
This is a really big round. Like,
leave Bang alone on the
Loud
island.
must win this round to really win the game, or it's gonna be really hard.
That was enough to draw some
So here they kind of know.
Oh, that's
DG Zen should probably call them over. Team-wide. But I guess he can't really call them over because, you know, they're already kind of on site, so.
And honestly, a miracle kill.
That's a big round. Like,
that opened up the entire map for them. Turn the tide. Pancata just too quick on that wide swing. Zekin not able to react fast enough. That one kill right there changes the entire thing. It buys enough time for John to come up with a plan on how he wants to play the 1v2. Aggression this time from Sentinels, pushing out all that A.
Meanwhile, Loud is going all towards B. Zekin's the only one here. TP's to safety. The spit will buy some time.
Zelsis is so fast on these reactionary plays.
But they're going to go anyway. Satcheling forward. A confident call to arms from the attacking side as DG has already wrapped. Zelsis has nowhere to go. He's dead.
Heaven's not
I didn't even see him.
but it's only a stinger there.
I mean, there's a little bit of help coming, but the flank is being flanked. Tui's is on the prowl. And there it is. John's down. A 5v3 now, and it's only gotten worse for Sentinels. Vinny committing to getting the plant down to 3v2.
So it's a 3v2 post-plant scenario.
Bang and Narrate forced to make this conversion happen.
2v2 now. Lots of time, so they're not gonna save. They're gonna go for it. They have to try to win it.
Right.
Fuck. What are they doing?
Vinny's now down. Pancata again. put in a position where he has to deliver for Loud.
You still have Paranoia online.
Seeing one come across, drawing the suck. There's not a lot of time on this. Off of the tap, the spam coming through. Nary has to get aggressive. He's gotta go. He's only got
That was a good shot though.
Banks should connect. He's gotten 4. The defuse will come through. That's another round for Sentinels.
It's a little bit of an expensive round for Sentinels, though. Even though they won. They should have lost that round, but they won somehow.
Bang! What is the kill through the smoke? Just
This next round will kind of decide what's going to happen in this game, I think. Because if Loud lose, they're broke as fuck.
That's something that's going to be in your
It's going to be 11-7.
You guys didn't see that. You didn't hear it. You didn't read the lips.
Oh, they're saving, actually. I thought they would force here.
It is a family-friendly show, okay? 2 rounds between the two Sentinels. Just when it looked like Loud was finding a way back into this, they get shoved back. This war of attrition seemingly going the way of Sentinels now. And Zekin's in a really nice spot. Not triggered by the cage, but he's got to be careful. One spotted on the spam connects.
They got the trade. They kind of know.
Why did he knife out there?
The nade will push John back as well.
He probably did not expect that guy to do that.
They've been segmented apart. DG's up really
He probably thought they were walking up ramp, right? Because that smoke's usually for a ramp walk up.
All the way out through B main. He's gonna find this timing on Pancata, and he's patient with it. What an outplay!
Now TPing to rejoin his comrades.
So they're gonna get ready for the retake here. It's 3v4.
Celsius with this judge. He's just gonna be jumping around for his team.
Whoa.
Wow, they got breach ult though.
They've got 2 rifles. They've invested the ult as well. They've already
3v3. Wow.
Really
Loud might win this.
Showstopper online now.
It's so big. They have 2 ults. They have huge ults.
They've got to look at them scatter. They've got to run away. They've got to give the space up.
Shoot it.
And it will connect.
Wow,
Celsius now
bro,
down.
how did they win this round?
I don't know how they find a way back into this. Narrate and Bang.
They're so resilient.
They've done it before.
I mean, despite their best efforts, though, it's got to be on Bang.
One tapped, right? Like, rifle doesn't mean shit. Now they just play time. Wait, what? Why did he peek?
Yeah, I don't know why he
A little bit of a throw there.
I think he's overheating a bit.
I guess he's trying to get some information, but and there's not enough time, but still, like, go save the gun or something. Like,
is just a battle back and forth.
Maybe he was trying to sneak out to save the gun.
It doesn't say thrifty, but they got thrifty. Like, they got ecoed here. They had sheriffs and stingers. Not even. One guy had a classic. Like, 2 guys had classics.
Why doesn't it count as thrifty?
It's because I think the value of the money that they bought.
Oh, is it by like total team value?
Yeah, something. So just weird. Sometimes you're ecoed, but it won't say thrifty. It's just the way the game's analyzing the economy or whatever. But that was a thrifty. They might have had one gun, maybe one hero buy, but I'm pretty sure that was a thrifty.
He's gotten one. He's done well to get that 4.
Dude, Yoru is so annoying.
He's ahead of this. He's got his ult too.
This is just duelist things.
This guy just killed him. Just TP's out. Whoop! You can't die.
Sidestepping the stun, turning the flash,
dodging the nade.
Narrate is here. This is messy.
Uh-oh.
Get out of hand. The flash timing is really nice. Zekin's not able to contribute here. Has to TP and get away and does.
Oh,
I'm stuck in a game of split with 2 throwers.
FF, bro. F5.
I'm trying.
Slash
the
FF,
thing is,
F5.
He still has a flash. He can do some real
I'm trying, but they keep just spamming F6.
Wow.
They're like throwing the game in general. Like they keep throwing Spike on site. They're just Deadlock's not even helping at all.
Nothing can do it.
Honestly,
You can lose this RR if you play it, but probably not.
Nah, that's a slash FF F5 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
What does slash FF5 do?
You forfeit the game, right?
Well, yeah, but like, what is the F5 thing? Extra?
Oh, like that means voting
oh,
yes.
it's like F6 extra.
Yeah. F6 means no. F5 means yes, right?
I hate forfeiting.
Sometimes it is the way.
I just like to practice my clutches that way, you know? It's gonna be me against 5.
Like, look at that off angle, right, guys? The duelist players in this chat, right? Pigeon Milker, Goober can't really see, but no, the one that Yoru did. He walked down wide, off angle, and the Astra didn't clear him because he's not gonna look that way. He's pre-aiming at vent, so he swung and Zekin saw his shoulder. It was
That's
mid.
good.
It was mid.
Split has been him
Round
stepping
18.
up, dropping absolute bombs on every single team he's played.
Just walk down wide and you just killed him because you saw his shoulder and you just TP it out, right? Like, that's how you play duelist on defense. You gotta play these off angles and really try to get your kills. Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now, Loud is just so good, bro. Like, what
In the face of the
Oh
aggression, they try
Give
to
him ammo.
aggressive. Switches weapons, Finny now weak. Spike still in the hands of Kawanzin, but he can't commit to getting the plant down. He's got to help the fight Heaven.
What?
Quiet now.
Kawanzin's gonna kill them.
Kawanzin in a really nice position.
They know they're all mid.
Position right now.
And they think the site is going away. They think the rotation is towards A. What a shot
What happened
from
there?
Narrate.
They're all mid. He knows. He knows the Yoru and the Breach is mid. He saw them both.
Pankata and Kawanzin with so much to do here. Flash in the face of a
It's
controller.
2v3.
Trying to drop utility, but again,
Oh
keep an eye
no,
on John's
Pankata's
position.
dead.
There's no way Pankata is aware.
No.
He's not checking at all.
Oh,
No,
now he's
that
checking.
is-
Now he's checking. Now he's checking.
Patience
He knows.
from
He
the
knows.
IGL here. Not fully committing, not fully swinging as Pankata goes exploring. Committing the ult. That's going to funnel him out. He's going to spot him.
Oh.
He's dead.
That's a huge round by Sentinels. They should have lost that round.
And they take the lead
I
once
believe how
more.
close every game has been.
Beautiful.
They're two
round,
very good
beautiful
teams.
answer back.
That's what. That's
Yeah.
the thing with NA.
And it's just shocking.
I was excited about this game. Knew they would do well.
Uncharacteristic
Yeah.
of Zelsis falling here, but that trap play in market.
Oh, he saw his elbow.
Narrate. I mean, it looked like he
That's
wanted to
terrible.
full clear it in the first place.
But he was like 30 HP, so it's, like he made the right play. Just a little bit unlucky.
Kawanzin, he made it out being
How many more
made,
games are
but
left in
he
it?
was too afraid
Sorry?
to take the risk.
How many more games are
Going
left
up
in the
B
VCT?
I mean, depends on the region. There's a lot.
For NA.
I just noticed he's holding his chain up
A
in the
lot.
picture.
I think there's quite a few before it gets to the grand finals of this stage or whatever.
What about the stream? Like,
There's one more today.
Oh, like today?
yeah.
Yeah, there's one more series after this. There's two usually on every region.
Mm.
Is that the coach?
I believe
Wait,
this is the
no.
last timeout. No, it's not. I just lied to you. Sentinels still have one that they can invest.
Those desks look
As we take
terrible
a
to
quick
play
look to
on.
what the next round holds. The money's
They look like they're made
spotted.
kind of from like cheap
Stinger for
material.
Kawanzin.
Well, they should like be able to adjust the height. I feel like.
Well, you just adjust your chair, right? It's kind of the same thing.
Well, I'm too short for that, so
True.
I guess it's thinking of me.
Sentinels, they're very
I mean,
good at
it's
getting
not like you
spam
need your
kills
feet
as
on the
well. We saw
ground.
Bang already start off the
Oh,
last
yeah,
round.
my aim is way better with a foot rest.
And he took out DGZ. How can Loud set DGZ up for success to not get picked off early?
Dude, these games are so close. They're so evenly matched. It's actually insane.
And he's fumbling
It's like the whole game too. It's not like a comeback every time.
Hmm. Like that first map had 6 lead changes. They said. Like what the fuck?
Seconds are really aggressive.
So obviously they're not gonna just run it down, right? Like these rounds are so important, so they're trying to gain information, play it slow, kind of feeling what's going on here. That's what they're doing.
But instantly
So here they see the Taeho drone.
by John QT. Stealth drone has been used. Proactivity now from the side of Sen and B main. A flash and an omen.
Like look at
teleport
the way
used.
pros
I
play.
don't
They
think
just
this was heard at all
automatically
from Loud.
they see
There's
the
so much
cipher and they
info
just
gathered
start
from Sentinels.
leaving A. Obviously they'll come back here and there and stuff, but
They're concerned. I mean, look at John's position right now. He was looking back towards stairs, concerned that they had lost the Heaven timing on B.
they're just so
Why
aware.
did they leave A?
But these sight holds can be
Because
so
they saw the
hard to break
cipher,
through.
so
You
they
have a Yoru who can throw
identify
infinite
that that's the
flashes, it
lurker,
feels
right? So that's why Loud's going
Behind
back.
that
They're like, okay,
area,
they
gives
might have
Celsius
rotated off. So now they see
volume to
2.
delay even longer for the rotation of John QT to come.
I wonder how long his TP timing has. Zelsis faming through, not connecting.
Oh, this is gonna be a full execute here. They're about to go in like 2 seconds.
Zelsis to get into sight. Here's the proactivity.
Tries to turn the flash.
no.
Seconds able to connect onto Kawanzin. 13 seconds
Oh
left.
no.
And there is no contribution from the attack.
They played that so bad.
Round for Sin City.
Well, there's
You just cannot break through these sight holds without baiting
What
out
do they
any
do
of this
wrong?
utility.
They didn't clear sight. They just started running down. Like, look at their movement. He's like, like, why is DG Zen not going spawn? Like sight. Why is he looking?
The setup was perfect. And the proactivity from the B players of Bang and Narrate, that set that all in motion.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a Sentinel win, boys.
Not good, man. They're playing for OT.
And it's a hero rifle on Loud's newest star. But he's been getting shut down the last 2 rounds.
Letting room to do its thing. Not cleared out. Off of that confidence that they can take the space. Meanwhile, jump spots back towards A. They're feeling a lot of the pressure B.
Look at how quick Loud want to get out of there. They remember what happened to them previously when that breach stun came through. The Tejo missile crunch.
Meanwhile, they have decided to end A. You have a deep smoke back towards spawn.
It's the right call, but Zekin,
and they don't have the guns.
So they're going A.
The man of the hour, is he going to get overwhelmed?
Sight again.
What the hell is that
Trying to
spray?
connect through. They're trying to find him.
He gets out.
They
What a
kinda have
smart play,
sight.
Doug.
They've given up the sight, but they've lived to fight another day. They've managed to stay alive.
Pankata's telling them, hey, I see 2 heaven. DG's in, is going up ramp.
DG's in a really nice spot.
But how long does that Euro clone last?
For him to go. Keep an eye on Pankata on the minimap as well. Still playing back towards
I didn't fake cloning him, bro.
Zekin's dead, looking for another, but he's overwhelmed.
If Loud win this, it's
Now
big
Vinny's
trouble.
stun cannot contribute either.
I don't think they will.
It is planted for heaven though, so it's not a big worry.
Remember, DG's the only one with the rifle. Pankata has nothing but a sheriff, and he's going to fall. Banks going to stick the defuse all the way. Sentinels get to series point.
Methodical retake from Sentinels.
Wait, planted for heaven, but with sight.
He
Is
was
that what
flirting
happened?
with the idea of trying to fight
No,
a
they just
little
had
bit
bad
sight.
guns, so,
As soon as John
you know,
gets that
it's
pick
hard
through
to
the
win a
smoke,
lot of those
he
fights.
teleports out, plays the numbers game. That discipline.
It's not like they had
was the
rifles. They
difference.
played a passive approach on post plant.
Great trading here in screens as well.
They already knew Pankata was mid. They heard him go through
I'm
ropes.
sorry, DG's in, but there's no pings anymore.
Is Sen the favorites? Like, is that who everyone
Oh,
was
I think so,
expecting
yeah.
to win?
Up for Zekin.
Match point for Sentinels.
This feels like one of the biggest
Yeah, chat
leads we've
hates
had across
Loud.
all
Oh,
three
God.
rounds.
Loud is so bad.
It's the play for Loud. They have a rocket. They have Vinny's ult too. First one popped. DG looking to go forward, stunned.
But no one clears this.
They've invested more. John's in the discipline corner, and he's going to go unchecked. He's going to find everything. 2 kills.
GG.
Info on the third. But DG on the counter. Still outnumbered here. DG's so weak, 12 HP. And Sentinels can slow the situation down. Off the clone, off the flash. Bang going backside. He's spotting DG. He's dead.
What?
Wow, if he killed Bang there, I think it's super
Was
winnable.
Spike out of hand?
If there's a guy to win this, it's
The
Pankata,
need
guys.
for a clutch is paramount here.
It
Imagine the
is
nub.
Sentinels were
Pankata.
pushed. Sentinels were tested. Can they ace the final test here?
Oh,
Pankata
we
dropping
unmute
down.
Peter.
Look at this high-low setup off the paranoia. Zekin looking to connect on the swing.
Yo,
Pankata
Peter.
finds him. 10 HP, and that's all.
Oh.
It'll be
GG's.
the war of attrition.
You know
goes the
what?
way of
They
Sin
earned it
City.
that game.
They take down Loud.
What a series. That was taxing.
The close game.
Everyone is tired.
That this team of Sentinels just had to go through. Loud pushing them to the absolute limit. You saw the look on.
All right, guys, go
Narrate
take a
even
break.
after
It's gonna be about like 10-20 minute intermission for the next
completely
series. So
exhausted,
go do your
battery
thing,
drained.
eat food, whatever. I'll be RB as well. I gotta
What a
eat.
series. Probably one of the best series of Valorant I've
I'll
ever
leave this
seen.
on though.
You gotta give Loud their
Is there another game?
Yep.
After this?
Right after this. But it's gonna take about 10-20 minutes for it to get started.
Everyone was thinking it was gonna be a 2-0.
Who's playing?
Say it how it is.
It's Leviathan versus
I think
G2.
there's credit to be given to Loud, but also wins like this are formative.
Peter, your mic's
For a
muted.
new
I don't know why you
roster
keep
for Sin
disconnecting.
City, who's dealing with the addition of Bang and Narrate. To go through a win like this, to grind it out, and it wasn't always pretty.
I think I'm gonna head out for now.
Okay, bro.
I have been watching the whole time.
No problem.
I
man.
appreciate the advice and everything. Have a good day.
You too, bro.
And it just brings you closer as a team. And with more and more time, more and more chemistry building between these kids.
Yeah, I'll be back, alright guys?
I feel like they're one of the strongest teams
Yep.
in
GG's.
VCT North America.
A winner's bow for the boys, and again, Loud pushed him, man.
Saw a lot of good things out of Loud today, man.
Yep.
I mean, that second map could have gone either way.
The first, every map could have gone either way.
Every map could have gone either way.
But a spectacular performance.
And I think it's just a testament to the communication, the intensity in the comms of Sentinels. You can tell how bad every single person on that team wants it. And they dug deep for this one, man.
And again, I want to go back to mentioning this because I think it's worth repeating. This is a roster that went through changes. That's now dealing with having 2 new players, with having a new assistant coach.
A new meta.
So, and a new meta, right? Like, you can look at that and go, oh, well, they're experienced and they're good and they won Madrid last year and all those things are true. But implementing 2 new players into that in a new meta with the new assistant coach is a different beast.
Yeah, and I'm just still so impressed about how they still continue to innovate on a map like Split, where it just seems like everybody was copying their compositions. I guarantee you we're going to see more compositions like theirs in the future on this map of Split, because it is so much utility. It's so hard to hold these sites. It's honestly a pleasure to watch.
I mean, you saw it. Loud looked uncomfortable. They fall at the hands of Sentinels. Let's throw it down to Elizabeth on the stage behind me for the Verizon post-match interview with John QT.
Thank you so much, Doug and Baby Bay. And I'm here with the IGL, the man of the hour, John Cutie from Sentinels. And
thank you.
they screamed you before, they're still screaming for you. Something I want to talk to you about is there's kind of been this change in Sentinels vibe. You guys are a little more trash talky, a little more, you're more willing to stand up. No, we used to have just like the one little wave from you, but now you're standing up. Talk to me about that. What's going on? What's different?
I mean, it's like different roster, different energy, obviously. We obviously lost 2 vets in Sassy and Tens, and we have some newcomers that are more younger, so we do what we need to bring up the energy, like the mood on the team, and if it's like standing up, that's what's gonna make us win, then we'll do it.